Welcome back to the box office.
BRCC.
Welcome back. How's everybody doing? Haven't talked to each other in a while.
Yeah, doing real good. Yep. Living the dream. Decent. Do we address the couch move or do we just keep going?
Let's sit on it for a second.
I see what you did there. That one was pretty quick, honestly.
He's always quick.
I meant to update that, by the way. Let me know.
What?
DCU and Shambles.
Yeah.
That's basically what it is.
Okay.
Did you? I added something.
I see it. I see
both.
I see both.
Oh, I haven't looked today.
I haven't opened it since I changed it, so I opened it right now.
Okay.
I was like, I know who did that.
It tells you.
I was gonna say it tells you.
Oh, really? Yeah. Oh, I don't see that. I just knew.
That's funny.
But yeah, we're gonna start off with a little bit of a conceptual question. Is that how you say that? Question.
That's a big word.
Conceptual question.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's right.
We talked about a lot of it in physics class.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't take physics.
Oh.
Only chemistry.
Nice.
That we all have.
So this segment is called Concept Con.
Anyways, what is an out of the box concept for a TV or movie that you'd be interested in watching in the MCU?
Do any of you have something in particular?
I did when he first asked it. So should I go first?
Yes.
I also I have one.
So I think I would be interested to see more like versus like short presentations, just of like different characters like actually getting into fights. That was one of my biggest gripes with Spider-Man Brand New Day is like the Hulk and him fighting wasn't really. I mean, obviously it was a fight, but I feel like it could have been longer. It could have been more brutal. And so, I don't know. I would be interested in seeing like 30, 40 minutes of two characters we like just fighting it out and then calling it a day. Like,
would it be canon?
Oh, that's...
or would it just be...
I don't think it necessarily has to be canon.
Like What If?
Yeah, like maybe like a What If. There's a animated movie from the early 2000s called Hulk Versus, and in that he fights Thor and the Wolverine, but in his fight with Thor, Bruce Banner is actually removed from the Hulk, so he like rages out even more, and you learn that Bruce Banner is actually taming the Hulk from being even more monstrous than he is, and I think that would be cool to see in live action, something like that.
Be interesting if there was a character who was like technologically savvy and like majorly thinking ahead.
Yeah.
And so was running simulations of who could he pair against which Avenger. And so then we get to see the episodes of those simulations. And so it's a part of his plot.
Yeah,
and then eventually we finally get the movie like in an Avengers thing. And so you don't quite know what he'll pick.
Yeah.
Like, that'd be a good mechanism to make those things happen.
I mean, honestly, that would be cool to see with Doom, right? Like before he ascends and takes over the multiverse, he's like popping into different realities and just like plotting out
there you go.
Dark Avengers versus good Avengers. That would be honestly really cool.
Because that way you can kind of, it's like kind of canon.
Yeah.
But it's also not, where you're not like, why aren't there ramifications for this fight?
I also think it would be a good way to like get people hyped for different X-Men characters, to like see them their power scale on a way that isn't necessarily directly tied to what's going on, and also could kind of be like a little bit of a backstory for some characters too. So
sure,
yeah,
that's a pretty good one. You don't have one, or are you kind of thinking?
Mine is pretty generic.
A good movie.
I can go if you want.
That actually is the answer. How did you know? I didn't write down my notes.
Something tells me I'm learning you very well, Gino.
Good movie. I can say mine. Mine is like dumb. Like it's just like out of the box. Like that's why I came up with this question. Give me a. I'll turn it off. Give me a sitcom type TV show about regular humans that live in New York, that live through the Avengers one.
I would be down for that.
I
would be down for that.
And being frozen
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Just day
dumb.
in the life
Just
of like the people who are the bystanders.
Yeah, like, and there's a popular meme of like a guy standing there and says like when you just paid off your car, and it's the Hulk during the Avengers
Nice.
jumping on
That'd
it
be
and
fun.
just throwing it. And
It
it's
would
like,
be real cool, especially if there was like real stories where you're just like actually invested in the progress of this guy, and he finally gets his car. You're just like, fuck.
and the
it.
Battle of New York.
Honestly, it would be really funny if like they did do that show and like the first season is like maybe that guy with the car, but you don't know it's the MCU. You just think it's like regular
Sure.
New York.
It's just like Marvel television.
Yeah,
Kinda
yeah.
Like, no, at least for me, when I saw that they had released the one that Wonder Man.
Yeah.
Like I had no idea what in the world this would have been, and so like it just says Marvel television special feature.
Yeah,
And you're like, sure, let me give it a shot, and then
it would have to work
That'd
with
be really cool.
no like marketing towards it being that. Like, it would just be
Yeah.
like, hey, we're doing something. We're doing a sitcom, and then you realize, oh my gosh, this
Yeah.
is
Like the season finale is just like Hulk smashing this guy's car.
Yeah.
Someone's going to work and Loki's like
Sure.
destroying their tower.
that'd be really fun too. If either at the end of every season or the end of every episode, you could make it almost like an anthology, so no episodes really connect.
Yeah.
It's just waiting for the punchline, and the punchline is always when the Avengers show up, something gets fucked up.
Like Family Guy does.
They kind of did that with when Thor was still on Earth. They had like a little one shot with, what was the guy's name? I think it was Daryl. When like the first time Thor decided to stay on Earth, they had like this little special of him, and his roommate was Daryl, and Daryl worked at an office, and Thor.
Oh yeah, I remember this.
And Thor would visit him at the office.
Those were funny little YouTube videos.
Yeah, it was like YouTube video.
Yeah, like what it's like to have Thor as a roommate.
Yeah.
Really
I'm pretty sure it's on Disney Plus now. You can watch it.
It could even be a YouTube thing. Like,
Yeah, honestly.
low budget, and like everything happens. Like, it could be the same guy just going through that, or like being
It's
blipped.
almost like what happened at the beginning of Batman v Superman.
Yeah.
It's like another person's perspective on the catastrophe
Yeah.
of a really great movie.
See, that's that. But Batman v Superman is why I think a versus movie, or at least a special presentation, could work. Is because like the idea of seeing in my opinion, the best part of the movie is like when they're actually fighting, which is why until he's like, "How do you know that name?" Which is terrible.
Peak cinema.
But the moment when
Imagine like he's in a coffee shop just as Bruce. They're like, Martha, Caramelicious. Why did you say that name? Just how many times do we have these PTSD episodes? Because Martha's not an uncommon name. Are we really expecting?
if Zack Snyder got his DC deal through Netflix, that would happen.
We did see it.
No, but like as soon as the aspect ratio changes and Bruce Banner pulls up in the Batmobile and Superman sideswipes him, like that's when the movie is like, okay, like this looks pretty good. It's shot in a cool way, and then, but the rest of the movie's terrible. So it's like,
well, that's why almost the simulation version kind of works.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
you don't need to understand the philosophy behind why they're fighting.
Yeah.
Like you don't need all of the things leading up to
Yeah,
it, like
it's
the
just for
piss in
fun.
jars and all
Yeah.
of that. Like you can just strip it down to fight scene.
and that's kind of how like the comic books operate. Like a bunch of like characters' introduction is like most of the time them fighting, so it's not really. I don't know. It could work. I think.
Yeah. Do you have any?
Mine was I'd like a good movie. Genuinely, I don't actually have
Spoiler
a preference.
I when I made this question, I thought that's what you would say.
I don't actually have a preference of which character it would be, other than like, can you just tell me a story with a logical progression that follows the rules and makes me learn something about that?
Is there
character
an
in
out
here?
of the box way that you would like mine is like a sitcom. Like they've never really done it. They did it kind of with WandaVision. Like they started it and then it turned away from that. But like a full sitcom, like
I like the idea of using the same ideas but in different scenarios, like how we talked about with Inception. How it'd be really cool to see the dream world being entered in a completely different scenario with completely different people. So like you could do that with the Captain America serum, or the other people who've tried to go for that golden or the purple Infinity Stone prior to Peter Quill getting it, and whatever the bad guy's name.
Oh, that'd
like
be
you
cool.
could just see like
Ronan.
Yeah, Ronan. Like you could just take the same ideas and see like what would happen. You could either do it in like the what if style, or you can keep the stories at such a small scale that it doesn't break the universe, where it's just like, why isn't this character showing up in the Avengers?
Yeah.
Like something like street level things, or backstories that essentially tie it right back into the main story, where you don't need to see this person ever show up again.
The Punisher sacrifices Daredevil for the Soul Stone.
Yes.
Yeah. Do you guys
Which
like...
actually could be an insanely impactful thing if done properly.
Yeah.
Do you guys like animation being made and then being made canon? Like how Creature Commandos is technically canon to DCU?
I don't hate it. I think... I don't know. I feel like it could have been saved for later in the DCU. Like I feel like it was too early,
Sure.
or in the process of like introducing characters to do something animated.
Sure. But, I mean, I guess technically What If is canon.
Yeah, technically, I think What If and like Marvel Zombies are things that make sense, but I feel like the MCU was like already established.
Yeah.
I think Creature Commandos took away from the excitement of James Gunn and what he was doing, because it's like there are adults who just look at animation as like, oh, that's for kids. Like,
Yeah.
Unfortunately. So I think if it was done maybe after, if there was like a Creature Commandos movie and then the continuation of what the Creature Commandos does in when that was animated, I think it would have worked. But I mean, to have like this animated thing, but then also like, hey, get excited for my Superman movie by watching this animated show. It's like, unfortunately, there's a lot of people who are just like not gonna care about it. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I tend to be almost suspicious with like peripheral content being told to me that it's like a part of the canon, especially like with Star Wars, where they're like, hey, we released this comic book of the backstory of Jyn Erso, and I'm like, I don't believe you.
yeah.
Like, I know that this is just you.
I don't believe you.
This is you trying to justify why your slop was not slop. Like, you are fixing the plot holes.
Yeah.
So you don't like it being made to retroactively
or to
help
try
something?
and fix things, or to set things up that aren't earned, right? So I could imagine a good example of this would be Doomsday's coming, and there's 5 books released in the last 2 years of Doctor Doom showing up around the universe, and I'm like, you're cheating. You
Yeah.
didn't do the work.
That makes
and
sense.
So I feel like you're trying to fix the problem, and so I'm not even willing to give the content a chance, because it doesn't feel honest. It's like, because it's a story with a very specific purpose, which is to fix problems that you made with as a storyteller, which in a sense kind of could be, it sounds like it could be a good thing, but I don't think that it's made in like good faith.
Yeah.
I think it's explicitly made to be like, it's like a cover your ass strategy, as opposed to like, oh man, there's other gaps in the universe where we could fill this in. Let's hire some people to tell a story, see what they come up with. Like how the original Star Wars book canon developed, which is just people who are like, wouldn't it be awesome if we saw what Boba Fett did like 50 years ago? And 100 books come out.
So you'd respect it more if it was more of like filling in pockets in a universe that kind of don't detriment the canon or the storyline? So like if they released like a book of Marvel, but it was like, I don't know, a character we haven't seen, but it's lower stakes, or it's in a different like planet, that wouldn't affect the timeline, you'd be more okay with it?
I think realistically, I would probably be...
Or you'd be more prone to watch or indulge in it?
I would rather see people pick up the stories almost approaching Disney or approaching the studio saying, I've got this really great idea for what could be in the side universe, and Disney greenlights it.
Right.
As opposed to Disney saying, we have a very specific ending that we need you to get to. We need someone to write it. It doesn't feel like it's an actual story at that point. It feels closer to propaganda. And I don't like propaganda. Like all of the Star Wars books on the periphery were people who were like, I had a really good idea. Like, what if stormtroopers zombies?
Yeah.
And some of the most popular Star Wars books that aren't considered canon are ideas like that. But then you have actual Star Wars books that are written by Disney so that they can justify why Thrawn comes back in Ahsoka. You're lying to me.
Yeah.
It's not real.
Interesting. Okay. That makes a lot of sense. So talking about animation in your continuation, DC has a lot of cancellations.
What a pivot.
Hey, DC has a lot of cancellations as of late. Jimmy Olsen and Gorilla Grodd is still green light. I know we're really worried about that.
Yeah, so bad.
Lanterns comes out today, or came out today. One of the two.
I think it's tonight.
Tonight?
Yeah.
But they
You mean
canceled
Lanterns?
Lanterns, yeah.
It's not Green Lantern.
Okay. Anyways,
Because it's edgy.
yeah.
Lanterns. Think of removing words and colors to make you know that it's a real television show.
But they canceled the Waller TV show. They canceled the TV show about Wonder Woman's land. And yeah, so what are you thinking about? Oh, the Penguin is put on hold, and that's not even DCU technically. That is Matt Reeves' Batman.
It's gonna be DCU.
It's looking.
That's why they paused season 2
It's
to wait for the Batman to come out.
Happens. But yeah, what are your guys' thoughts on all this DC cancellations and?
Oh
I can't
no!
wait to see James Gunn putting his resume on LinkedIn.
Oh no! I'm so sad.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah,
Superman was so mid and Supergirl was so bad that I give 0 Fs.
I don't know. I was so excited about James Gunn taking over because, like, I thought that it was going to be an approach to comic book stories in a way that they hadn't done previously. Because I've never really been a fan of the Snyderverse, to be completely honest. So I was hoping for what we got with Superman, and Superman's been it, in my opinion. Like, the Suicide Squad movie was good, but that's technically the DCEU. Even though it's canon to James Gunn's DCU.
No,
even though
Peacemaker's
it's
still a thing.
Even though I liked Peacemaker,
But
season 1.
Peacemaker was introduced in the Suicide Squad,
Yeah.
and you say it's
Yeah.
Yeah, he said it's canon, but
Yeah, it just I don't know. He just took
the Suicide Squad is canon,
Yeah.
which has to mean that Batman v Superman is canon because Harley Quinn is
well,
in.
no, he's talking about the second Suicide Squad.
the second one.
Yeah, the Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
Oh,
Which
Harley
has
Quinn is in
Harley
there.
Quinn's in it.
Oh,
which
yeah,
she's
yeah.
connected to the Joker, which means like you
Yeah.
can't.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. He took such this weird approach to introducing his characters. I feel like it took a long time. I mean, I know movies take time to make and stuff like that, but again, like I said about Creature Commandos, like I just don't think people cared about using an animated show to introduce canon into your universe you were building
With D-list characters.
I think if you were going to do Supergirl or Superman, you should have done something else other than Supergirl. You should have you should have chose someone else. You didn't want to do The Flash because of the movie that came out in 2022. I guess I get it, but
While saying that you thought it was an excellent movie.
oh, I mean, that's PR. I don't know if you really felt like that.
Yeah, but if I see you say that for the sake of PR, now I can't trust when what you say is actually truthful.
That's
like
a good,
when I catch you.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. You didn't want to recast a Flash. You didn't want to do Batman. It's like you could have done Lanterns as a movie. I think people would have been at least more excited. And I get the bad Green Lantern movie that came out 20 years ago at this point. Like, it's like all these excuses for not doing the Justice League when people want things to lead to the Justice League. It's like it's not gonna work, and it hasn't worked. And it's like I had this faith, but it's like I'm over it. I've been let down, so I don't care. Like, and the only thing being greenlit still is a Jimmy Olsen Gorilla Grodd show. Like,
You know, people praise the upbringing of the MCU because they didn't quite have all the rights to some of the most important characters, and so they picked B-list characters that maybe weren't as well known. like Iron
is an
Man
amazing
being the
point.
spearhead.
Yeah.
And it's so interesting because those movies were actually at least decent, if not
Yeah.
good.
It's so funny though. You hear the behind the scenes about the first Iron Man, and it's remarkable that the movie was actually good. Like they went through so much stuff.
Really.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a time. They did like a 10-year anniversary or something. Maybe it was 15 recently. It was like Jon Favreau talking with Kevin Feige, and he was just like talking through some stuff that they went through, and it was like they basically shot without a script some days, and yeah. So
That's crazy.
It's a good movie. It still holds up.
it still holds up.
I think to finish your point, like if Marvel, like they have all the characters. DC has
they built
all
this
of their
thing in a
characters.
cave with a pile of scraps.
Yeah.
And then
And
James Gunn is purposefully picking up scraps, but he doesn't know how to do it.
Yeah,
properly.
and my thing is like okay, so all the reasons I said, they make sense in theory, but it's also like, dude, you gotta do something. Like if you didn't want to recast these characters, then maybe you should have just started with the younger Justice League or something like that. Like you should have figured out some way to like
if
roll
you were
out
a master
I don't know.
storyteller,
Yeah.
where you could pick
Exactly.
up characters that were at the periphery that no one's heard about, then it would be quite the gamble, but it really could pay off.
Yeah.
Because you build this universe with side characters that you start caring about, and you're like, man, I didn't even know about these people, and I care. Like
Yeah.
the way I feel about the Penguin. I didn't know anything about him, and I watched that show, I'm like, man,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Batman
yeah.
Part 2 better be good.
Yeah,
It
exactly.
matters
That's my
so
point.
much.
Yeah.
If you were a master storyteller, then go for it. But unfortunately, James Gunn's commitment to not greenlight anything unless the script is solid is also a PR scheme.
Oh yeah, it's clearly been a PR screen.
But like
so.
it's crazy because we trusted him because of Guardians. But it
Guardians,
looks
yeah.
like he only has a
He
copy
had
and paste
one,
style.
yeah, he only has one trick up his sleeve.
And because what you're saying is what he did. He took Guardians of the Galaxy, who nobody cared about,
Yeah.
and made
Right.
arguably the best trilogy in the MCU. And then he went to DC and I guess made Guardians again with the DC characters.
Ooh, is the Guardians trilogy better than the Captain America trilogy?
I don't count the Captain America trilogy as a trilogy.
Because Civil War is
War's
basically
an
an Avengers
Avengers
Well, his
movie.
name is on there.
They cheated. That's
It
cheating.
says it right
That
on the
is-
title right
that
there. It
is
says-
cheating.
And he's in the movie.
Dude, Civil War is basically Avengers 3.
Yeah,
Like,
you just followed Cap
Yeah.
as the more main.
yeah,
character.
it's not a
Well,
Captain
there's
America
a
movie.
third allegedly Captain American movie.
Is there?
allegedly.
There's no war in
He
Ba
just-
Sing
I was
He
just
Se.
just does
arguing that the name is
blackface.
in the title, and now I have to backpedal because I can't say that because the name is in the title, but the character is not.
Yeah, I love the Cap trilogy, but it's crazy that they
No Cap.
They cheated. That's cheating.
Yeah.
But if you count that as a Captain America
I would say
movie,
that's
you say
probably
that
the-
trilogy is solid.
Yeah.
Do you think Captain America 1 is better than Guardians 2? Because I think those are the worst.
That's tough.
Guardians 2 is
That's-
not awful.
Cap 1 is good. I
There's
just don't
scenes
know
in
if it.
Guardians 2 that are solid. They like the beats hit hard when Kurt Russell says, "I'm so sorry I had to do that to
It
your
broke
mother."
my
He's
heart
like,
to put
"You
that tumor in her head."
motherfucker."
Dude, honestly,
You
that
shoot
was
that bastard.
up until we got Thanos. That was like one of the best line deliveries in the
Just
MCU.
the dolly zoom
Yeah,
that
yeah.
they did, and then his eyes come from black to
And he says,
you see his
"What?"
pupils.
Yeah.
You're like, you.
Yeah,
No, that was a
Yeah.
great payoff.
Yeah.
And then the stupid joke that was set up halfway through the movie is like, man, if I was a god, I'd turn into Pac-Man.
yeah,
And then he does, and you're like,
Yeah.
okay, that's funny. Good job,
Yeah.
James.
So you think that one's better than the first Avenger? Because I think the first Avenger is probably the worst of the 3
yeah.
Cap movies.
I would probably agree, even though there's not really any problems with Captain America.
Solid,
1.
yeah.
It's a good
Yeah, it's
story.
solid, yeah.
It tells what it needs to tell, but it is forgettable. When you watch it, I'm always having a good time, but I never want to watch it again.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Where Captain America 2, you can never forget. It's like I
Winter
remember the
Soldier.
characters, I remember
Yeah.
the fight scenes.
Dude, I remember
Knife.
like watching the trailer for the first time,
So cool.
and he caught the shield, and I was just
Yeah,
like,
he
dude,
was like,
I have to
"This
see this
yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
Like,
I miss that.
I
feeling.
miss it too.
And I wish that payoff at the end was he was Captain at America.
Imagine he caught
Yeah.
the shield and instead he
I don't know. Yeah, it kind of.
I have a life outside of these walls, so I have to protect what I say.
Yeah. It genuinely does bother me though that he is a congressman though. I don't think a Russian sleeper agent should be a member of our government.
Weird. But it's just like the Fisk thing about how he just was in prison and then was mayor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
right.
Bucky was on
especially,
national
I would have
television.
believed Fisk becoming mayor in season 3 of Daredevil.
Honestly, that would be something I'd
believable.
want to see in your show. Is like people being apologists to a Russian sleeper agent
Yeah.
in the government. Like,
No, he was,
some of the
but you have to
people
get
on
the
the sitcom.
you have to get the majority vote. To be
that's
a
my
congressman.
point.
Well, no, it says in the BB report that that they did vote for Fisk.
I hate
The
that
people
so
loved
much.
loved it, and you can watch
Yeah.
them love it because she
BB
records
report.
the word on the street.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like that Sesame Street segment. The word on the street. Yes.
Oh my gosh, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah, it is. I didn't even realize.
Wow, that's so bad. She's Elmo.
She is.
She is.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Someone needs to make a video on that. Take that for free. I don't have time.
Got you.
The word on the street is. That's so funny.
Oh no.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
It's so funny too, like
That's
just
so
because
funny.
of how much Spider-Man spat in the face of that. Where it's just like
Yeah,
telling
yeah.
me, you're trying to lie to me and say that half of New York believes in Fisk, but then at the same time, all of New York is showing up to Spider-Man, a vigilante,
Yeah.
because he's in the hospital.
Yeah.
I don't believe you. I believe
Yeah.
what happened with Spider-Man more than I believe what happened in Daredevil. Half of the city of New York would not vote for Fisk after everything that he's done.
Right. You think the
season
same
3 of
city that
Daredevil,
vote for
it
his
would've
mom
worked.
Donnie is gonna vote for Fisk?
You know what? Maybe it's the same thing.
Do you guys think that any of these, like Daredevil and all of them, show up in Doomsday?
In Doomsday?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
No.
Any of these side characters that?
They might try and do something bullshit with like Daredevil.
You think Daredevil's gonna show up in Doomsday?
What is he gonna do?
He's not gonna see Doomsday coming at all.
He's not gonna see him. You're right.
That's how Secret Wars ends. Is Daredevil versus Doom just soloing?
He's like, "Who are you? I'm a really good lawyer."
You didn't like that in No Way Home?
No, I didn't. It was so dumb. I had this foolish hope that by bringing him back into the fold, even though he was already in the fold, and then they told us he wasn't, that it was going to be a good future, and I should have known better.
It was
Yeah.
cool. He grabbed the brick.
I don't find it cool.
I thought it was.
It was cool.
It was
like
cool.
it was like
He's not a lawyer. Like, oh, I'm a really good lawyer. It's like that's.
doesn't make
It's
sense.
not how you justify. Yeah, like imagine you sitting with your lawyer. Your wife's trying to divorce you. You're trying not to pay child support, and your lawyer catches a brick, and you're like, "What the fuck?" He's like, "I'm a really good lawyer." I'd be like, "What?" I'd fucking fire him. I'd be so confused. You're fucking blind.
That's a
I
fair.
don't
That's
understand.
a fair argument.
What just happened?
That's a fair
so
argument.
good at being a lawyer, I can catch a brick. That is funny.
Yeah.
That's so hilarious. All right, we got the X-Men final trailer. Nah, probably not final, but another
X-Men trailer?
Oh shoot, Doomsday trailer.
Yeah. It won't be the final trailer.
No.
Isn't it funny that when even trailers that are titled the final trailer come out, there's still like 10 more that get released before the opening?
Well,
of the movie?
they titled it a special look.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, we got a special look.
So yeah,
I felt some things, which was
It was better
interesting.
than the first one.
I saw it because I brought it up in the last pod.
Oh, you had already seen that?
You saw the leak,
Okay.
yeah. So I watched it. I didn't watch the leak. I waited till it came out, and it was better.
It should have been the first trailer.
It should have.
Yeah.
And it's very interesting how heavy on marketing they're doing on the villain. Like, they've never done that before. Like, even Thanos, like, Infinity War was still, it's Iron Man
What are we
and
going to
Captain
do
America.
against this new bad guy?
And this one, it's
maybe-
like
They did
Doctor
give-
Doom were on his side.
They did give him $100 million, so yeah, you better market the villain.
But, like, they're making it seem like he's...
They haven't.
our protagonist.
I'm proud of them for having resisted showing him taking off his
The
mask.
mask.
I am
I don't know. It's
insanely surprised that Disney
it's
hasn't
still
done that, stooped
it's still
that
up
low.
in the air if he will take off his mask in the movie.
They'll do it at least once.
I think
think
if
it'll
they
be
do
end.
it, I think if they do it, it won't be Like he'll be alone when he does it.
Okay,
if they
better.
show him.
Okay, it's too late now. Best way to do this is
Never telling us.
one, not telling us, but Thor delivers his banger line, and then Doom gives his banger line in contra. Like that was really fucking cool. Like you'll beg for hell before I'll ever grant it to you, and he's like, hell answers to me, and you're like, okay,
Yeah.
I felt something there. That was really cool. Yeah. But then Sentinels raise in CGI slop, and I felt nothing again. And I was like, God fucking damn it.
Yeah.
Good lines.
Yeah.
But if you're gonna do that scene,
I
have Thor give a really hard blow.
Yeah.
It knocks the mask off, and you reveal. That'd be a fucking cool moment,
that's what I want. I want somebody to do
Thor
something.
Like, it's not possible. He'll say the line that he's said before.
Yeah, I want someone to just like somehow break his mask.
Saying, it's not possible.
Yeah, I want someone to break his mask and it's revealed. Like
if they scrapped that scene, the finger scene, because I just think it's so lame. Like,
you think so?
Yeah.
Oh, I think it's a.
I think it's a
like,
way to show.
I think it's a way.
Powerful.
It's like a power scaling scene, to be honest.
I just think it is a power scaling thing, but it is going to make. I feel like it'll be it's a shortcut for showing how powerful someone is, and I feel like it doesn't feel earned.
It's kind of the same. It's kind of the same thing as like they did with Thor Ragnarok when they showed Hela catching.
Yes.
Well,
imagine like what you would feel. This scenario shows up. Thor is pissed at Real Cap, and they're fighting. And he goes to throw a swinging blow at him, and Cap catches his arm. I'd be like, bro. Like, it would feel so fucking cool.
Wait, now that I think about it, they kind of have a trend of catching. Like, because you think Winter Soldier catches a shield, Hela catches Mjolnir, and then
now
Doom catches.
Fingers
Look
hammer.
at that.
Yeah. But, like, imagine what you'd feel if Cap caught that type of blow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It would feel like, to me, the helicopter scene where I'm like, yes, that's fucking cool.
Yeah.
But when I see Doom go like this and he's not even flinching, I'm like, how? Like, how does a human being, like,
he's not human.
It's so unbelievable.
It's also,
So
it would
just scrap that. Disney, you have 6 months. This is your freebie. Scrap that scene. Lie to us. Don't put that scene in the movie.
Well, they've lied to us before because the Hulk was supposed to.
Thor knock it off and it reveals and he says it's not possible.
Yeah.
Hulk was in Infinity War.
Hulk was in Infinity War.
It would have been so cool if they never told us that it was Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah,
and
honestly.
like at the end of Doomsday, he's just like he
and
wins,
all of us
and
are like extremely confused as to how this budget is $1 billion.
Yeah.
What is costing so much? And then he takes off the mask. You're like, oh, okay, got it.
But you would have been infinitely more just like it would have been cooler because it doesn't feel like a cash grab at that point because you didn't show him.
Yeah.
It could actually be for the purpose
Every
of
time I
writing
look
a
in
story.
the eyes, I still can't see Downey when it shows the mask.
I can't.
Even
the
the
$100 million.
accent.
I can't. Yeah.
Yeah, the accent,
Which
the
is,
eyes.
but
Like,
I don't
what are
know. But do
paying
you guys?
for?
That is a fair
Easiest
point.
money.
That is a fair point because it's like, yeah, that's a good point. Like you give him an accent, you change his eye color. Like, are you really paying for Downey at that point?
Yeah.
That's an interesting point. I was gonna say, dang, I'm thinking about that now. I can't even remember what I was gonna say. Oh well.
No,
Sorry.
But that would have been cool if, like, at the very end, he defeats him and he's just like, finally, in his accent.
I am Groot.
Yeah.
Bro, I would appreciate that twist more than it being Robert Downey Jr., to be honest. If
Valid,
for some reason
valid.
If it was Groot.
I'd be like, what is this? And then I actually would want to go see Secret Wars.
How did Groot become
Dude, I don't fucking know. It makes more sense than paying Robert Downey Jr. $100 million to convince me that you still know how to tell stories.
Sadie Sink?
Is there Sadie Singer's Uncle Ben? Is there an actor you would have wanted to see instead of RDJ?
Cillian freaking Murphy.
Yeah, that's what I wanted. That's what I
Gosh.
wanted.
Great actor, too.
To me, I don't even think that the name behind Doom would matter. I just need the story behind Doom to matter, and I don't care
fair.
right now because it's like you're telling me...
Yeah, that's
You're
fair.
trying to tell me to be hyped, and how you're telling me is you're going to show him finger Thor's hammer, and then you're going to have Thor be like, I've never been more scared of anything in my life. And I'm like, you are not scared, bro.
And
you
the
don't
little-
get scared.
And
Yeah.
the little mini fights, too, in the other trailer. Like Gambit fighting
Yeah.
Shang-Chi.
Like I said, like fighting is how superheroes introduce themselves.
Gambit
Gambit.
No. Who?
fighting Shang-Chi.
Which one was?
Shut up, bro.
Was that one of the side characters? Was that one of James Gunn's Creature Commando guys? I forgot.
You suck.
I know
so
it's been so long, man.
Shang-Chi,
It's
bro,
been so
with the
long.
rings, man.
Oh yeah, the BMW product placement guy. I remember that. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
You suck, dude. You suck. It is interesting though. In the trailer, they had Reed Richards talking to him. So is this the one?
I actually liked that. I
but
didn't even
is
see
he-
Fantastic Four, and when he's screaming at him, I actually felt some things.
But is
Yeah.
he? So is he the Victor from their universe now?
Yeah, he will be.
Yeah.
did you do this?
Because remember in the opening for Fantastic Four, there wasn't a chair for Lobby.
Yeah.
I don't know how I don't want to. I'm glad that we get the actual Doom versus Reed backstory, but like I said, our previous pods, it would have been nice if we were on Fantastic Four 2 and we could have gotten the traditional, sequel backstory where they start somewhere and then they backtrack a little bit. It would have been nice to
I feel like Spider-Man TASM 2 infected storytelling where people are like, oh, well, we can't do the same thing again where we show people how they started.
Yeah.
And it feels like every origin story is just erased now for superhero
What do you mean?
movies.
For
They
the
don't
villains?
make origin stories anymore.
Well,
They
because
just jump into the
everyone,
story.
because one of the biggest reasons the criticisms for TASM was like, oh, we have to see Uncle Ben die again, and so since then people have tried to abandon the traditional.
Backstory. Starting already settled.
Yeah.
Fantastic Four was like that.
Yeah,
That's true.
And I think I'm fine if they don't go to space and get their powers, but it was just such a missed opportunity to build on the Doom character. And it's not like they didn't know that they weren't headed towards Doom or anything like that. Like the little subtle nod of no chair in Latvia and him showing up at the end, I guess, but it's like you could have had dialogue about how one of Reed's insecurities is because this guy he went to college with rivaled his intelligence, and you didn't even allow him to really stretch and use his powers. And you could have pointed. You could have pointed to
the villain actually stretching.
Yeah. You could have pointed
hurt
to. You could have pointed to this idea that the reason why he's so obsessed with using his mental abilities is because there's this guy out here who he's troubled, who as smart or even smarter, knows magic, is like looming in the background, and the reason why he shies away is like, hey, obviously he's not the type of man that's gonna say I'm insecure about this, but like there's this guy out there, I don't know where he is, he's supposed to be on my planet, he's not. Like, I don't know.
Have you ever watched The Bear?
I haven't.
Okay. There's this character who one character comes to be trained by him overseas in Europe to learn how to bake. And we get to know this guy who's training him, young guy, and he says one of his driving aspects of getting into baking is there was this other guy who was always just a step ahead of him. And he felt like he was always in the shadow of him, and the only reason he excelled so much was because he felt he needed to stay on pace with him. And eventually that guy ended up winning, and seasons later you come to find out that was the main character. And it was such a you realize, I was like, oh my god, like that was him. Like they were the ones who were neck and neck, and it was such a nice moment because you've built this tension of like a driving factor for this character, for this, and what you're saying with Mr. Fantastic, Mr. Incredible, Mr.
Fantastic.
Which one's the one from
Mr.
Guardians
Incredible.
of the Galaxy Superman?
Guardians of the
Mr.
Galaxy.
Terrific.
Mr. Triff. Jesus.
Oh, Mr. Terrific.
Guardians of the Galaxy
So many.
Superman.
How did you get that? Because I was like, what the hell? I was like, what are you
says it
talking
all
about?
the time.
Oh,
Mr.
okay,
Terrific thing, and it bothers me so much.
It reminds me of that, where like it would be really nice to see that he was stretched.
Yeah. I think
You need to start breaking the fourth wall every time you do it.
it's just like it would have added to the story, like I said, because of him like over obsessing. Like he's also even like is like talking about the multiverse, And to me, at least my opinion, is maybe he's obsessing about the multiverse because of his interactions with Victor.
And if you started the movie with a backstory, and then you did that movie, then you can understand this obsession, and it leads up to Doom, and so then they face each other. It actually matters to you, as opposed to retroactively.
And then all of a sudden, because then even the lines of Sue Storm talking about Victor don't really feel earned, because it's like we've never seen you really know this guy,
right.
Like, you know, it's
that's interesting.
It's the same cheating as Thor's. It's like in all of the battles. It's like no. This is all bullshit.
I really think that this is just me, but I feel like that scene is Thor having sympathy for everyone else because they're not as strong as him.
You guys all suck.
I have fought with better warriors than you.
See, that's what I'm saying.
You guys are going to die.
Yeah, he's like, you guys are going to die.
The girl who forces men to get naked in her office, doing what Harvey Weinstein did, but it's cool because she's a woman. You know, you are gonna die, and I fucking hope so. I hope
none
Dr.
of
Doom
the new Avengers should live.
Never mind.
None of them. Technically, John Walker
and
should live.
Maybe the dad. Because he is a super soldier.
Because he technically is a super soldier too, yeah.
But like the other ones, like Bucky should die, Yelena should die.
Yes.
I saw a TikTok of someone saying that Bucky's going to sacrifice himself to save Morgan Morgan Stark.
Oh, they're gonna bring the daughter.
That
back?
way.
No, not
really
necessarily.
Hammer at home that he's not gonna be Captain America.
Somehow he gets elected to Congress, and now he's gonna sacrifice himself to save Tony Stark's daughter, but as like a repayment for killing his parents. I don't. Obviously, it's probably not gonna happen, but you know.
Yeah. I mean, if we would.
Do you think Tony Stark's daughter is gonna put on the Iron Man gauntlet with Infinity Stones and be like, "I am Iron Man's daughter," and kill Doom? Or I love you 3000. Boom.
No, it'll be I hate you 3000.
Oh, there you go. There you go. That'd be so fucking annoying.
Doomed.
You're doomed.
You're doomed 3000. Da, 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 da!
Did you see that TikTok I see you if Disney made if Doomsday? Yeah. It's like an AI video or Gambit is in the X-Men mansion, and he says, it seems like it's going to be a Doomsday. it's hilarious.
Gambit is in the X-Men, and we got the X-Men cast revealed.
Whoa. Segue.
He's been talking to himself in the mirror, practicing segues.
We had a week off, so I was just like, no, don't say it like that.
Did you notice how when the guy, Jesus Christ, Kylo Ren, Adam Driver. When Adam Driver trolled and said, "Oh, I'm gonna be playing Magneto," and everyone lost their shit.
Yeah.
And then he was speaking. I feel like half the audience missed that he was like, "No, I'm not. I'm actually playing a different character."
Mr. Sinister, which is way better.
Yeah,
I don't know anything about Mr. Sinister.
I'm still praying.
That's the point. He wouldn't have been a good Magneto.
I'm still praying it's Lee Pace. Still praying. Lee Pace. He was Ronin in the Guardians of the Galaxy movies.
So he can't.
He can't. He was painted a color.
They have done that before.
If you're painted a color, it doesn't count.
They have done that before.
As when?
Not big characters.
Not big characters, but
there's been multiple casts. They'll play like a Guardians of the Galaxy alien, and then they'll play like a regular human.
Nathan Fillion. Was in Guardians of the Galaxy 3 as like a human person, but also is one of the Ravagers.
Yeah.
Cool.
This would be the first time they did it for that kind of big of a role, I guess. But
do you think that they are going to change Magneto's backstory from being a Holocaust survivor? Given that if he were, he would have to be like 123.
My thing is like, again, and I don't know if this is just me, like my headcanon, but like I've always just kind of understood that like some X-Men just have prolonged lives, like they just age differently.
You could say that like that's a part of his mutation too. Is he just
you could do like slower. Oh wait, hang on a sec. You could add a storytelling device to justify why things happen? Did I just hear you say that?
Or
look at that. Or you could just have it happen and no explanation.
That's just a part of his mutation.
A lot of people have been throwing out ideas of maybe his parents are Holocaust survivors, or maybe they changed.
He was on Epstein Island.
They changed.
I'm never being locked in a room again.
Then he wouldn't be old enough. He wouldn't be old enough to be Magneto then.
Oh, that's true. That would be so funny if they show the casting of Magneto and it's like a freaking 20-year-old guy and you're like, I don't understand.
Yeah.
How old is the Professor X guy? Probably 40.
It seems like they're doing
40.
a young casting.
I think he's like 40.
Which is really good. Somebody tweeted that
It's future-proofing.
they're getting all of the X-Men characters on a rookie contract.
Right.
Which I think is the smartest thing they've done
instead of getting
years.
Pedro Pascal while he's 72 to play his first movie.
And it isn't even the best Reed Richards that you could have gotten.
Yeah.
I honestly, I wish they would have got the OG guy.
Yeah.
He looked the best Reed Richards ever.
The first one?
Yeah.
What about the fan-casted version of the guy from The Office? John
Krasinski. They already did that in Mom.
Yeah.
Could have just kept him.
He looked good, but I think that after the bad script from Mom, nobody wanted him again.
Hey. If he says a single word, so don't close his mouth, okay?
Dude, bro.
After
just
you tell
Wanda,
us that he's
Black
the
Bolt
smartest.
can tell you where your kids are, and boom. But no. What mouth is what we got.
She massacred all of them.
I think he's 40. Which, like I said, all you have to do is say, hey, use some X-Men, just age slower.
So there's either you justify, you freeze him in a block of ice, or you say he ages slower.
Because,
or you change his backstory. If his backstory gets changed, what do you think it would be?
Dude, there's nothing I can really think of.
Yeah.
There's no other big...
There's nothing where the world is
Hiroshima?
like, that's unjustified.
9/11?
Make him Asian?
Yeah.
I'm a Magneto.
or they just like say he was like, no, Hiroshima doesn't work because if we're keeping the Wolverine canon, then that would mean that him and Logan were there at the same time.
Cool twist.
No. So good. I saw people talking about they could change the event that he traumatized them. They can make his parents
wasn't allowed to get a mortgage in Chicago. He's just Black Magneto. He's like, I'm getting a loan every time I apply. He forces the pens inside the bank.
I don't want Magneto to be black.
Why?
I'm sorry, I just don't.
You could do that.
No, I don't want.
Think about it. He's in a bank and he forces the bankers to sign off on the loans.
We already saw the Falcon
score.
not able to get a loan. Like, I don't need to see it again.
We did see that.
We did. All he needed was Magneto. Bro, that's how you introduce him. Falcon's trying to get another loan. And Magneto walks in and he just signs the loan.
And it's
it's so simple to go, hey, some of these guys just don't age. I mean, Wolverine's supposed to be 300 years old already or something like that. 250.
Well, yeah, Wolverine works, but I mean, I guess I have a feeling they're going to change the backstory. I just don't know what event they would tie it to.
Or they're going to do what you guys just said and just not.
They need to acknowledge it. Like, because part of the reason it's so impactful is, like, I'm never going to be...
You guys never
again.
watched...
You're like, you've been through this. Like,
yeah.
The movie doesn't mistake him for a good guy.
Yeah.
You know,
there's that
Charles
line
Xavier doesn't say you're not a murderer.
Yeah. There's that line there's that line in First Class that I love.
So it's Jean Grey.
There's that line in First Class that I love where he's like, where Charles was like, they're just men following orders, and then Magneto's like, I was under the tyranny or something, like I was under the influence of men just following orders, and that's one of my favorite lines because
it is such an impactful, because it feels so unjustified.
Like, bro, you're Charles Xavier, and that's the best you got, knowing that you're talking to a Holocaust survivor.
It makes the adversary. It's very complicated. It's just like you have become so bitter and resentful that like there's probably nothing I can do to stop you. I understand you, but you're taking it too far.
Yeah.
As opposed to you think your sister was kidnapped and you go just as far, if not worse. Sorry, I'm traumatized by.
I don't know, man. I think
Hey,
Magneto would
X-Men.
be.
It's X-Men.
I think Magneto would probably be on Jean's side, though.
Yeah, he would, but the movie.
Yeah, Jean would be on Magneto's team.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's if she's actually.
Yeah.
The movie thinks
Unfortunately.
she's a good person.
Yeah.
All she needed was a hug from a dead aunt.
Yeah.
Like,
But
it's so dumb. If it would have ended with her, like we said, like if she would have apologized for her actions and went to prison, and then Magneto came out and was just like, actually, you're right, and she follows those temptations, and then Charles has to cage her up to prevent the end of the world. This would be great.
Yeah.
But the movie says she's good. It says she's not a killer, even though it shows us she's a killer.
You have so much disdain for that certain choice.
Yeah.
Gosh, that's
I agree.
so funny.
She threw MJ off a fucking building.
You know, people are online are like trying to make the criticism that she like did too much to her being a woman and not like her actual actions. Like there were like comments on on that TikTok of like, oh, you guys dive this deep for women but don't care about what Tony Stark did. And it's like, oh my goodness.
What did Tony Stark do?
Like
Save the entire universe?
well, their whole
He
He
saw his
saw-
company
exactly.
as a shameful thing, not something to justify and mind rape the entire city of New York.
Yeah. He saw
Not the entire, but
what
I was going overboard there. Sorry.
he saw
I'm
the
sorry.
flaws of his business and what was happening and course corrected. So I don't know, but
He saw his behaviors as shameful
yeah.
and had to live with the consequences for the rest of his arc.
I hate
Reactor.
bad. Like, that's such a bad comparison. Tony Stark to Jean Grey. That makes zero sense to me.
No.
But, yeah, I think the X-Men movie is going to be good.
Do you guys care about any of the
with
castings?
what evidence do you find that inspiration to come from?
Thunderbolts was good.
Why are you looking at me?
Because you're the only one that doesn't think it's good.
Well, he didn't watch it.
Oh.
Yeah, that's my point.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
The
Can't
only
give
thing
valid
I'd
criticism of a
give
movie
you
I
is
haven't watched.
the end. I guess the end, and they've done the end now like 5 times since then. But
What, I Am Iron Man?
no, the end of Thunderbolts where they just
He
power
says,
friendship.
I am Sentry.
Does he say that?
No.
Dude, Sentry was so OP though,
Yeah, it was nice to see like an actual character be strong.
and he was destroying them.
Yeah.
I thought, but then they hugged him,
Wow. Fucking Jesus.
and they
Fucking
hugged him in his
pussy-ass
brain,
shit.
They hugged him in his brain.
Of course they
just like
a
Jean.
fake memory. Wow.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Wow,
They're
that's
running
crazy.
out of stories of their own bad stories.
Yep.
Where is Bob? He's
do you
with them.
He's with him, but he's scared to use his powers. That's the problem. Yeah.
He's just Bob.
It's so
Apparently-
annoying. It's like the only thing that people think
Dude,
that
you
Batman
have-
need is a hug.
You have to read the leaks, bro. He crashes out. Charles invades his mind because Doom basically beats the crap out of Yelena.
I hope so.
Well, she can't
Step into my office, Yelena.
small potatoes. You are big potato.
And he just raises giant potatoes from the ground and smashes her. The trailer lied. It's not sentries. It's potatoes.
And it's not Thor. It's Yelena. That's why he stopped it.
That's why he stopped
It
with
was
his
her. It was
finger.
her stick.
That's crazy.
I would be that. I would
That's so
actually
crazy.
walk away saying this was good movie.
I know.
I am hell.
You notice?
Potatoes.
You notice how they call her? They're so annoying. They call they're
She's
fucking
Black
lying.
Widow.
She's Black Widow. He's
Yeah.
Captain America. That's.
Yeah,
I
didn't
don't
know.
care. I like her being called Black Widow more than I do Sam being called Captain America.
Wow, that's strange coming. I feel like people would expect me to say that
I just
for
don't.
reasons I won't explain.
I listen. I mean,
Why
as
don't you find it justifiable?
it's not that I don't find it justifiable. It's just
Or
that like
unsatisfying.
the reason why it's unsatisfying is because of the shield scene. Anthony Mackie's beard just looks terrible in that scene, and it bothers me so much. No, I'm kidding. But he hasn't done anything to make me like him as Captain America. I mean, your friend gives you the shield, you give it right back to the government because you feel like
insecure.
You feel insecure, and if I'm in that situation, the government's gonna have to come get this shield from me because my friend.
Well, yeah, you'd have it in your cabinet, like so we could have it.
It would literally be right there.
It would no. There would be nothing else, just the shield. No, but like I don't know. Maybe that's just me as a person. But like, if Captain America gave me the shield, I'm not giving it to the government. Like it's not. It's mine. You might want to send Emil Blonsky to come get it or something, but
it seems disrespectful to
it's very
Steve
disrespectful.
Rogers. Like, if that's your best friend,
yeah,
and you're like, I will.
Yeah, it would
you
make
gave
more
me
sense
that?
for him to like bury it or
it get taken from him. Like,
if I gave you that Back to the Future toy right now,
yeah,
you would keep it.
and
go
then
give it to
just
Donald.
go and give it away again.
You wouldn't
to
give
Donald
it.
Trump.
yeah.
What a fantastic
You would.
this car.
You wouldn't show up to the Army recruiting office. Hey, you guys want this?
Yeah, that it doesn't make sense. Not only for his character, but for the relationship of Steve and your memory of Steve.
Yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't make sense.
He wasn't a character enough to justify getting a giant character boost. While Bucky was. Bucky had story arcs and development. Yeah. So if you were to pass it on,
and we're with Bucky for
right, then it just feels like okay, I could see why you would.
It honestly like the best parts. Like the best parts of Falcon and the Winter Soldier were like Isaiah basically like, you know, going through his trauma of like they'll never let a black man beat Captain America. Like that was the best parts of the show was like the tension from his perspective. And honestly, I would have liked to spend more time like seeing him fight Bucky in the past and stuff like that than I don't know.
That would have been a cool TV show.
That like he just didn't.
I was surprised they had enough restraint to not try and stain the reputation of Captain America. I expected them to be like, and Captain actually supported that. I'd be like, I was so ready to turn off that TV show.
That's funny. I knew they weren't gonna go that far. No, he hasn't done anything that makes me like him. Like everything I like about him was before he had the shield. Like my favorite moments is him as Cap were like the last few minutes of Captain America 4 where he's like actually doing stuff that Steve couldn't do.
Captain America 4.
Like when he's like with the wings and like on the bomb and stuff like everything he was doing like
Top Gun stuff.
Yeah, like exactly. Like he's doing like Top Gun stuff that like Cap couldn't do this. And outside of that, it's like nothing else. You have a fake Black Widow who's 4'11", and it's like no one cares about her. You redesign the freaking leader for no reason at all.
And I'll be honest, I'm sorry, but she's not fit.
What do you mean?
She is not like physically fit, and it gets really weird.
Physically fit.
So like they're making a movie. Like I saw, they released a trailer for girl who does mountain climbing. It's with the girl who plays Cinderella, Lily something. Collins. No.
Lily
Supergirl?
Collins.
The girl who played Cinderella in the Disney live-action remake, The Start of the End.
Never watched it.
Dude.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
She's in
Oh, wait. You're talking about Rachel. No, she played Snow White. She played Snow White.
No. Her name's Lily Collins, I think.
I don't know.
Lily.
Phil Collins' daughter?
Sure. Whatever. It's Lily something.
I won't get there, so go ahead.
So she is playing a mountain climber, and she's like ripped, toned, and I'm like, I believe you fit the bill of a mountain climber. It's almost as if
This person?
no, Lily. Just look up Cinderella actress.
Live action.
What's her name? It's gonna Lil. I think it's. I swear it better be Lily. We take a break for our sponsors.
Jeez, I can't spell actress.
The new Avengers.
Lily James?
Lily James.
Oh, okay.
Lily James is...
Dang, she's almost 40? That's crazy.
She's like hypertoned, really low fat.
Yeah.
Like you can see her body
fat
looking
percentage.
as though she
this movie came out in 2015. That's why I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, you weren't born then?
I did not care about Cinderella in 2015.
Oh man, I did.
Yeah.
So, but the point is, I was like, wow, that's actually pretty cool to see like an actress or an actor get into the physical shape. Like we demand it of Creed. You'd be really upset if Michael B. Jordan came up in a boxing movie where he's like not really fit. And Yelena is just not as fit as she would need to be doing the things that you show me her doing. And it's getting really annoying where you have this gap between what you're telling me is true and what I'm willing to believe. A 4'11" girl is not going to stand up.
Is she really 4'11"?
Not. No, I was talking about the Israel girl.
Israel girl.
And Captain America 4.
We're getting real political. Oh,
No, I'm talking about Yelena.
Yeah, I was talking about somebody else.
Oh, that's funny because you I thought you were going on a tangent about the Thunderbolts because you said, and then we have this 4'11"
She played
girl.
Sabra.
That's interesting.
Well, point being, I'm just like, we expect this of every actor that's convincing in a role. If you're gonna be this girl who's super badass, maybe like lay off the cheeseburgers.
She's 5'2".
Do you think Scarlett Johansson looked?
She looked fine. She didn't look. She's not. I'm not calling Florence fat. She's also doesn't look like she is someone who is obsessively fighting people. If that makes sense. Like I
get what you're saying.
feel like she's just a normal human being who puts on a leotard.
Mm-hmm. That's one of the criticisms of a similar criticism I'll say to like the X-Men casting, because like Rogue in the comic books is like a taller woman, and she's like part of her intimidation is because she's like this pretty tall chick that's like also has like really cool powers and is like strong and can fly, and then they cast this really small actress to play her.
Have you watched The Last of Us?
No.
You haven't?
No.
Yes.
Okay. Have you seen season 2?
No. I heard it sucked.
Don't. But the actress that plays the thing, she's fighting against. The actor in real life is a UFC fighter in the opening scene of season 2, and she kicks his ass. And like this girl is just not fit. I'm like, if you're gonna try and sell me that this like 3'6" girl can beat up a UFC champion,
They're getting shorter.
then you need to show me like this girl needs to be toned. She needs to have muscle.
Yeah.
I need to believe it. And when you just have a girl, it's just like, oh, it's time to start filming. It's just like, oh, you haven't done any workouts whatsoever. You're just off the streets actress. It makes it unbelievable.
I feel that way about height. I'm not gonna lie.
About who?
About height.
Height.
And
Okay,
when it comes
sure. I mean,
when it
it
comes
matters,
to
right?
it's funny, I was talking to people about the Black Panther casting, and I like David Johnson, but like we are the same height. Like I just don't like I don't think it's believable that like it's, I don't know. It's just like
should have been Damson.
Damson's it should have been Damson. But Damson's 6'1", so like that's a complete difference. Like what's his face who died?
There's a
He's
reason that like,
Chadwick's 6 foot as well. Like
Okay.
and it goes back to the Rogue point. Like Rogue is supposed to be like 5'8", 5'9", and then the actress they cast is like 5'2", and she's not even like
is her
a
height
built
going to
5'2".
be a situation where she needs to be able to stand above or at equal height with someone? Because like it would be equivalent to me like if you want to show someone being intimidating their height, they look down at you and you're like, oh shit, like that for some reason is intimidating to
I don't
us.
know.
Will that be necessary for her as a character?
I don't necessarily think so, which is because it's a movie. I don't necessarily think it will be a hindrance, which is why I don't like. There's a lot of people online talking about it, how the fact that she's like 5'2" and Rogue is like 5'8", 5'9". From a movie perspective, I don't necessarily think it will be that big of a deal, but it is a glaring issue that could present a problem if not treated in a way that isn't necessarily, I guess, best for the character over the actress, if that makes sense.
Is Rogue tall in X-Men 97?
Yeah, she's like almost as tall as Gambit. So I don't know.
Right.
It's not.
I guess, it's just like fitting the part, and if you're gonna start doing physically demanding things, then I feel like the actor or actress should be required for them to look fit and not just look like they decided to come to work one day and put on a leather suit.
Yeah, it's so funny because the high argument is happening online, and people don't know that Tony Stark isn't tall.
Interesting.
So they were
Wolverine isn't 6 foot.
So they were like making this argument. Oh, Robert Downey Jr. is like short and all this stuff, but like Tony Stark is actually only like 5'9", but because he's only like 6'2", 6'3" in the Iron Man armor. And so, like, there's, like, all these people talking about how Robert Downey Jr. is, like, too short to play Iron Man 2, and he's actually not. Because Robert Downey Jr. is 5'9", and Tony Stark is 5'9" in the comic books. Oh, so it's, like, super accurate.
Super stupid.
But, no, it's just, like, people online arguing stuff they actually don't know.
Right. Yeah.
I think good performance will prevail.
I think so, too. People are also talking about the accent thing, and which... She's American, so I feel like most Americans can pull off a southern accent. They've basically
gotten rid of Wanda's accent.
Yeah.
Rogue, they're like just doubling down on hers. It just feels like it gets deeper and deeper. It's like she's small potato. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
The relationship between
he's talking about Rogue.
The relationship between Rogue and Gambit also is like they're both from the South and stuff like that. Right. And a lot of people have been like talking about like, oh, she has to pull off the accent, but I feel like most Americans can pull off a southern accent because from our country, so it's not. I don't. Yeah, it's not something I care about either. What do you guys think about Professor X? The casting.
Yeah, I wonder if they could have. I wonder how much continuity error there would have been if they would have just kept the other guy,
James McAvoy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because he does really good.
The only thing I wanted James McAvoy to come back, but I also wanted them to go back to Charles being American. So
yeah,
I
understand doing a total reboot.
Yeah, so I understood it because I mean, only reason why they made him British was because of the 2000 X-Men, and then they continued it for the other X-Men because technically it's the
actor who plays the original Professor X has this. I believe him as a guy who's trying to start like an orphanage school. Mm-hmm. Like I believe he has that like caretaking aura to him.
Yeah.
Where I just hope that gets nailed. Mm-hmm. Like don't just tell me he's the mentor. I hope that I feel it the way that I felt it when Professor X rolled on the screen.
Even with James McAvoy's character. He obviously wasn't to the point of Ian McKellen's, but he still had that like nurturing. Excuse me. That what do I say? Like that. An encouraging vibe to him,
right? Yeah,
as far as like
abusive, foster father.
Yeah.
But they also showed it really well too, and they showed him have a low point in which one was that? Days of Future Past.
Yeah.
Logan goes back. Yeah. They treated them. You can say what you want about the X-Men movies, but the Professor X and the Magneto
were the best parts.
Yeah.
It just sucks because they did so good with those characters, those two specifically, and it's just like...
And their relationship.
And their relationship was so good.
So we're going to see it on screen again before they die again, together, holding hands again.
And if it's not as good, it's like...
It won't be.
I don't know if it will be, but...
It won't.
At least we'll get X-Men in actual costumes.
I can't wait.
That's you guys are such simps.
I can't wait.
It's so annoying. It is so annoying. Like, hey,
Cyclops
look at these people completely
costume.
Disrespect the legacy of the thing that you love, but hey, they're in the comic accurate suits.
It's gonna look cool.
You see my space? I'm waiting for these
serious.
Cyclops.
It just feels so stupid. It is so shallow. I would rather have a comic book inaccurate costume with respectful and meaningful stories than be like, oh look, it's complete slop that disrespects.
I mean, but we got inaccurate costumes in bad X-Men movies, so I'd rather have good costumes.
Suits were not it, man.
At least decent X-Men movies.
The thing that stinks is the bad X-Men movies are probably going to be better than this movie.
True.
The Doomsday?
True.
Yes.
Oh, this Doomsday movie specifically.
Is going to be garbage. Well, even the movies that we get nowadays, like I miss bad movies from the 2000s. They're at least like fine.
Yeah.
Especially like bad movies now, I'm just like walking out of the theater being like, oh, why didn't I pull the trigger?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I
Well, do you have
That's
anything
funny.
else left on that X-Men?
Who else was cast?
Storm was cast.
It was a
Girl
bunch.
from Obsession.
That's who's
finally
Rogue.
got her.
Yeah.
Yeah. She finally got her big break.
That's who he's talking about.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
Rogue.
I'm just saying, like, it's funny
Yeah.
that she. That,
The-
like,
I thought-
Disney nabbed her up. real
I
quick.
liked.
We knew it was going to happen the moment she
Made $1 billion.
mentioned that she.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. That she mentioned she wanted to be in the MCU.
I was on the Jamie Lawson train for Storm, but it made sense that they'd go younger. So I thought the casting was great. She looks like Storm, so
She's
it's
going to
not
be fine. I think it'll be good.
biracial. So we got to win there. I'm interested to see who else they announce in the next
They
couple
said
months.
there's not going to be a Wolverine. He won't be a part of the official X-Men.
Oh, they said that.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
Said this first when they
They're James
rebooted.
Gunning.
You didn't think so?
Well, they're just like,
Do you
no,
want
we're
them
not
to
gonna
recast?
do the thing
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
the center. We're gonna
Yeah,
do
yeah,
the
yeah.
periphery
Yeah.
because
Well,
we've
he
had
technically isn't an original X-Men, so makes
Okay.
sense.
Yeah.
I mean,
And I think he's the hardest to get people on board with.
Yeah,
I would
it's
rather
because
them-
they keep
It's like
bringing him back.
Yeah, it's like a
but he
little-
also is like
Yeah.
that's Wolverine.
Yeah.
like it's Hugh Jackman.
Yeah.
Once he's done, it's gonna be weird.
It's like a Tony Stark
He was
thing,
done with
a Luke Skywalker thing, a Han Solo thing. Like he just is that character. So it's gonna take.
I'm so excited
people.
for 25 years from now when they wheel out Hugh Jackman and they.
You think Hugh Jackman's gonna live another 25 years?
Of course, and he's gonna be sitting at a window, and it'll be like we're gonna have fucking old Thor being like, "I've never faced a threat this bad," and Hugh Jackman's gonna be like, "Come on!" and then he's gonna shit in his seat in the nursing home, but they'll still be wheeling him out because Disney still be like,
No.
"Oh, please,
They're
please
finding-
remember, we can tell stories."
They're finding a new Wolverine. They're
They're
just
not
taking their
going
time.
to.
The most famous one is Harry Potter, and I hope they don't do that.
What do you mean?
That's
that
an
actor.
interesting take.
Oh, Daniel Radcliffe.
Yeah,
I don't know. Call me crazy, but I feel like after Hugh Jackman, I don't think you can go back to short Wolverine. I just don't, unfortunately.
he's like
It,
really
like,
short.
altered
'Cause
the
Wolverine
view
is
of what
Yeah, because Wolverine is
yeah.
short in the comic book, so it makes sense to go comic accurate. But I just think because even then, the only other actor that you cast as Wolverine is Henry Cavill in Deadpool and Wolverine, and he's taller.
he's
Old as fuck.
He's taller than Hugh Jackman. I just don't think you can go backwards.
What
like
about Aaron Paul? He
Aaron-
got bulked
Oh.
up.
What is Aaron?
Jesse Pinkman from Breaking Bad. He's got a nice range to him.
Interesting.
Yeah, he would be. Honestly, that wouldn't be a bad choice. I mean, he's kind of older at this point.
The other famous one is the dude from Kingsman, the main character.
Oh, yeah, he's
He's
short.
too
too.
clean.
He's short too.
But maybe if he grew some stubble, I guess.
It's
I
hard.
don't know.
Like I can't see. I saw a lot of them. I just can't see anybody as
No.
Wolverine. It's so tough.
I would be cool with
Bernie
Henry.
Sanders.
Whoa, from left field. I mean, that just didn't even make sense. Bernie.
We need free healthcare.
We got Sadie
Bernie.
Sink is Uncle Ben.
And Bernie Sanders,
Bernie
is
Sanders
Wolverine.
is Wolverine.
So someone please make an AI video of that.
Is there anything specific you guys are expecting for
So,
or wanting to
good
look forward to?
casting.
I know we talked about specific projects, but like, is there anything else you're looking for from the MCU post Secret Wars?
They're calming down on stuff, so I think they're paying more attention.
No, they're just running out of money.
No,
It's
they'll
not the same
never.
thing. It's
they'll
not the
never
same
run
thing.
out
Yes,
of
they
money.
will. You can't spend $1 billion on a movie and lose money.
They just
Like,
made.
you can
They're
only-
making $2 billion off Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was a
Sony
joint
gets
venture. So
70% of that.
yeah,
Doomsday is gonna make quite over $1 billion.
I don't know if it will.
Yes,
it's definitely gonna make over $1 billion.
it's definitely. It's like not even like.
I want to see Disney hemorrhage money. I want this movie to lose money so bad. Like, I will be really upset if it makes over $1 billion.
There's no shot it doesn't.
Well, if it doesn't, I
And
will be very happy.
if it makes $2 billion, it'll be the first
and then to
time.
see Disney have to sell some of its properties, be like, you know what, we can sell X-Men to another studio and let them try.
They wouldn't split up.
Yeah, they
the
wouldn't
MCU.
split up.
They'd
probably sell
like
off
Star
Frozen or
Wars.
something.
Burn it.
If they make $2 billion off Doomsday, it'll be the first time that we've ever seen two movies in the same year make $2 billion. And it would be both MCU, so it'd only give them fuel to the fire.
It'll be a mistake. They'll think that they figured something out, and the thing that they figured out is, hey, let's roll up old corpses and consider it new story and kill them on screen and think that it's a good idea.
I think it's insane you think it's not making $1 billion.
Yeah,
It's an
I think
Avengers
that
there's
movie.
no
well,
way.
they've been playing this trick for so long, which is, hey, do you remember this? It's the old actor from The Thing that actually
and
tried to tell a story.
Deadpool made $2 billion.
Exactly. They keep doing it, and it's going to have diminishing returns. It had diminishing returns with Star Wars. It went from making $2 billion to making barely making $1 billion. Like, the returns are cutting and cutting and cutting.
Making barely $1 billion. It'll still make $1 billion.
So, like, it's a trick that can't be continuously reused. Nostalgia only works when the thing that you care about in the past is still cared for. When you continue to bastardize it, I won't care about it anymore. Like when they announced, oh, we're making a new Starfighter movie. I don't care. I don't care that there's a new Star Wars movie coming out, which is insane. Like my entire life oriented, like breakfast, lunch, and dinner around, I cannot wait for The Force Awakens. And now when you announce a new Star Wars movie, I don't feel a thing.
Yeah.
So like that will happen throughout all of society if you continue to just bring up old things, remind you how good it was, but
I
then
feel like
disrespect it. The culture is not going to have any respect for it anymore.
I don't know if this is on topic, but I feel like this is why streaming culture has gotten so interesting or gotten so big, is because people like don't want to watch bad movies. They'd rather watch real people just do stuff than watch bad movies. I think that's the reason why people would rather sit on their phone and watch people live life than... Because at least that's something more interesting. That's something that has more twists and turns
Well, we've
than
had
the average Netflix movie.
The
No,
most $1 billion movies
this year.
grossed.
Yeah.
No, over the last 5 years. Or
You
over
talking
the
about
last
this year?
3 years.
It's, yeah.
Over the last 3 years, we've had some of the
Okay, I got you.
movies
Yeah.
gross over. I think it's $2 billion. No, yeah, I think it's $2 billion.
It
Close
is.
to billion.
It's
I don't
just very
understand how
unfortunate.
Deadpool and Wolverine made so much money.
Because everybody liked it, including Gino, when they went and watched it. I didn't like it. Off rip. So I was a truther.
I didn't like it off rip either.
Stay woke.
So if Doomsday makes $2 billion, do you think Secret Wars makes $2 billion?
No.
Do you think Secret Wars will be the stop? But if you think Doomsday's
I
the
think
stop
Secret
and it's
Wars
not the stop,
I think Secret Wars is the stop. I think it's gonna be tough for them to make $1 billion after Secret Wars.
I wonder what the story.
Well, yeah,
is
it's a
for
one.
Secret
It
Wars.
really is a one trick. The thing that stinks is it's the same trick but across different domains. So it's just
Yeah.
like, hey,
Yeah.
do you remember all
Yeah.
the old Fox characters?
Yeah.
Deadpool and Wolverine.
We've said goodbye to the Fox characters several times,
and
already.
now, yeah, and,
Within their own
Doomsday
universe.
is. Do you remember all of the old Marvel characters? And you're
Yeah.
like, okay, sure, I'll see that. And Star Wars. Do you remember all the old Star Wars characters?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
so, like the movies that come after that usually make less money
Yeah.
because you've capitalized on all the nutrients that people want.
Yeah, which is why I think Secret Wars is going to be
it'll probably be considered a flop.
Yeah, I think Secret Wars is going to be the end of the $2 billion Marvel movie for some
For a long
time.
time, yeah,
For a
until
long
it's
time.
earned.
till the next Spider-Man movie.
Fair.
Spider-Man in itself.
Fair.
makes $2
Yeah,
billion.
that's fair. That's fair.
Unfortunately.
But it's going to be at least a
Because
5.
people think
Not
that that
unfortunately.
It's going to
movie's
be at
It's
least
the
good.
5
greatest
years.
Not a
It's
good
going to be at least
story.
5 years for it to even start production. So
Yeah.
Think so?
that's 7 years.
He
Yeah.
needs a break to
'Cause-
spend time with his wife.
No, he's doing. Oh, yeah, Tom. The director's doing live action Naruto, and then he's doing Shang-Chi too,
Which
so.
is also the dumbest thing. Live
Yeah,
action.
Shang-Chi Chu. Yeah.
No,
Shang-Chi
Shang-Chi is
Chu.
amazing.
Shang-Chi Chu.
Shang-Chi Chu. Shang-Chi
So
Chu
I was-
should have been made years ago.
I was
But
gonna
live
say,
action anime is stupid.
I was gonna say that I want to see the Wakandans in space. I think that would be something that would be really interesting. I don't know if Ryan Coogler is gonna stick around long enough for a Black Panther 4, but I don't know. I want to see more cosmic stuff happen. I'm over Earth being threatened. I think Guardians of the Galaxy was good. Is at its best.
Specifically New York being threatened.
Yeah, specifically New York. I think Guardians of the Galaxy was great because it didn't take place on Earth. It was cosmic. There was stuff happening, and I don't want to see the new Guardians of the Galaxy crew. They looked terrible at the end of Guardians 3.
And they can be a side character to Nova.
Yeah,
Nova's movie that they haven't even touched.
Dude, Nova has been in production since like 2016.
Yeah, but it's a TV show. Nova deserves a movie.
Now it's supposed to be a movie. You didn't hear that?
No, good. It needs to be. It's one of my favorite characters.
It's not going to be good.
Yes, it will. I'm going to pray that it is because they did Iron Fist so wrong. That's one of my other favorite characters. My top 3 are Spider-Man, Nova, and Iron Fist. And Iron Fist was just really bad.
Yeah.
It's more like Bronze Hand.
Yeah.
Bronze Palm.
That's what
Bronze Age is collapsing. Ooh.
I did watch a clip of that. I'll talk to you about it later. But so Gino, you want to pop into this? This is you.
Which comment are we referring to?
Well, one of them you don't need to talk. There's no words.
I added 2 comments to the notes that we should talk about.
I didn't see.
I only see one. One is a reaction.
Do you guys care about talking about lanterns, or should we wait until the pilot's actually out?
I don't
wait till after.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I think we've talked about.
Yeah, my hot take.
Oh, I don't see that.
My question is what?
I see the question.
Yeah, do you mind reading it? I don't have my phone on me.
What are your minimum expectations for a film for you to consider it good? Example: a 5 out of 10 or more.
Minimum expectations as far as like the story itself, or just like the movie as general?
What is it for you? Because I find that, like I've talked to you guys, like I've gotten really confused, and part of the things that like get me actually angry is I genuinely don't understand how you can say like, oh, the story was crap, but they had comic book accurate suits, so I'd give it an 8 out of 10. Like, I don't understand that logic, and I know that those specific words haven't came out of your mouth.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
the spirit of that feels like
yeah.
it has, where like you guys will say like, oh, the story was crap, but you give it a generous rating. So I want to know, like, what is it for you that is needed for you to give it at least a 5 out of 10?
I think for me, my viewpoint on ratings is like, I think a 5 out of 10 is worse than you think a 5 out of 10 is. So I think just my whole scale.
Well, 5's right in the middle. That means it's okay.
Yeah, and I've had this argument with a friend of mine, Devin. Shout out Devin. He told me that 5 is technically mid. Like, that means mid because it's in the middle. And
yeah, shout out Devin.
No, and I don't. That's not ever how I've seen it.
You don't find the midpoint to be where mid would land?
I've seen it more as a grading scale, like.
School. Like a school. Oh, interesting.
So like 50 to me is failing, and that's just how it. That's just always how it's like. Sure. So like 5 out of 10 to me is like, wow, that movie was bad. Now anything below that means it was absolutely like irredeemable.
Oh, I guess I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
Okay, so you have you grade on the academic scale
for some reason.
Okay,
and I think I'm also more generous with my.
Sorry, I was trying to be generous.
I think I'm more generous with helping the ratings with the movies. But like a bad movie, like M. Night Shyamalan's The Last Airbender is awful.
So would you say like a 5?
No, that one's irredeemable. Like that's like a 1 out of 10.
Well, 5 is failing.
Yeah, no, anything below, I don't know. It's just always how I've done.
I've never heard someone use the academic scale as the reason for that. Like that's interesting. Like for me, I would categorize 5 as like that's perfectly mid.
Yeah, and he said that to me too, and I've just been like, no, 5 to me is like bad. Like that's not good.
You should change your rating game so that way it's understandable to the rest of the world.
No, I like being different. But like I also genuinely think that Shang-Chi's a good movie and is an 8 out of 10.
Okay, so
like
an 8 out of 10 to you is
good. Like
meaning 80%, so it's a B.
Yeah, like it's a good solid movie.
So it's a B like grade.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not an A grade. That would be a 9 out of 10.
And I'm very stingy with my 10 out of 10s. Like I don't have a lot of 10 out of 10 movies.
Yeah.
So like I kind of go
most of the time.
Yeah, I kind of go both ways. Like there's not a lot of really really bad movies to me, and the best like the 10 out of 10s, I'm very.
But you will give
them.
extra credit to assignments when like they have comic book
Depending on the
costumes.
medium, I will give like I wouldn't give it to an animated movie based on costume because that's easier. You just need to animate the right thing.
Okay.
Now for live action, like X-Men, the original like 2000s, you did leather suits because you didn't think that people wanted to see like correct costumes.
Yep.
So I'm going to dock that a little bit because I don't like that. Or TASM 1 with the yellow lenses, I don't like that suit. But that's just like a superhero movie, like a Shawshank Redemption. I'm not going to dock it because I don't like the prison
costumes.
outfits. Yeah. So it's that's more of a superhero thing. So it can help.
Do you think that movies coming from, or I guess, do you grade movies coming from existing IP on a curve, or I guess differently than you would like an original concept?
Are you saying like a movie from a book compared to an original movie?
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess I would say the thing that I'm judging it based on is does it respect the source material? And if it deviates from it, does its new version justify itself?
Mm-hmm.
So the new Dune movie, it's not Dune Part 2. Like, it's not Dune Messiah.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever it is, it's not
It's
that.
not. I haven't even read
is,
Dune Messiah, and I know that it's not.
Like, Shawnee does not have an independent woman complex in the books.
Yeah,
She's a supporter of
Is that
Paul
Zendaya?
Atreides.
Yeah.
She's another... Have you seen that video of her acting range?
No.
I'll show it to you. It's really fucking funny. It shows
In
her
the
as
movie?
4 different characters
Dune?
across 4 different movies, and it's her with it's the same meme as Kristen Stewart got when people were making fun of her. It's just the same flat face.
Yeah, she does that a lot.
But so I'm still intrigued to watch Dune Part 3.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm interested to see, like, if the story justifies itself. Like, are you going to teach me something new about the way the world works?
Mm-hmm.
But if it isn't good and it deviated, then it's like it gets an extremely bad rating for me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I will forgive you if the change is like, whoa, that's not the book, but man, that was a good story. Like, you can kind of forgive it.
So be creative.
Yeah.
And
Like,
make
it
make
had
sense.
something to say where it's
Yeah.
like, well, okay, it's a bit of a shame. I still might even dock it because it's like, it's a bit of a shame because now the public, like, this is why I think that the Odyssey is such a travesty, is because it will make people think that that's what the story of the Odyssey is, and it's not. Like, that is not the story. And so I think that there's something to be said about you deviated from it, and now people will mistake the story.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a bad way of, like, changing our perception of the past.
Yeah.
What did you guys, just quick side tangent, what did you guys rate Dune 1 and Dune 2? Because I just watched it. In fact, watched both of them. Dune 1 was boring.
Dune 1...
What is our rating? Is that what you asked, or what is our opinion?
I guess you can go into why.
Dune
Like,
1, the first time I watched it was forgettable. I don't know, it was weird because I would like watch the whole movie and I didn't feel anything. And then the first time I watched it, it wasn't until Dune 2 was coming out that I watched it again. And then I felt something. And I don't know, I might have been in an altered state the first time I watched it. So that could also be part of it because I like remembered seeing this stuff, but like I didn't like remember seeing this stuff, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. You were on the water of life.
The plant of life, but yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, so I think that has something to do with it. So I didn't really have the hype of the first Dune because I watched it and I was like, oh, I feel nothing.
Sure.
And then it wasn't until leading up to Dune 1 or Dune 2 then I like really loved Dune 2 that I was like, okay, Dune 1 is okay. It didn't really feel like Dune got the hype until Dune 2, or maybe I was just oblivious to it.
No,
Like,
for sure.
I didn't really feel like the first Dune was this like spectacle at all.
It wasn't until after Dune 2
Yeah.
that it was like this hyper thing, which I just watched Dune 2, so I was like, this is a good movie. But as a duo, I was just like, I don't see the shebang.
Yeah.
Especially the first one, I was bored. First one felt like just the setup, which is fine.
Yeah.
Because the second one was much. I even think the second one was shot way better. It looked way better.
Mm-hmm. Stinks the third one they lost the cinematographer, which is.
Oh really?
No, Dune 3 looks good though. It looks good.
I'm really nervous because that cinematographer has gotten a lot of Oscars. I can't remember his name, but
the second one just looked
Greg
way
Fraser.
better. Like the first one was so. I mean, it's in the sand and stuff, but it was just
no.
So
I think
dim.
Greg. Oh, sorry. I think Greg Fraser did both though.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he improved.
He also did Project Hail Mary.
Amazing.
He's the goat right.
Frame a shot.
He's the goat right now.
Yeah. Its world building is remarkable.
It's good. Yeah.
Like I feel like I walked into the same way I felt when I first watched Game of Thrones, where it's just like you immediately know, like, oh, there's context.
Yeah.
It feels like a real place.
Yeah.
Jason
Like
Momoa
Lord of the
was
Rings
cool.
feels like that. Like I feel like this is a real place, even though I know it's a fiction.
Yeah.
This shit's real.
Yeah.
Harry Potter, this shit's real.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
There's
yeah,
something
yeah.
about it where I believe this place.
I will
exists in the
say,
pocket of the universe.
like, rewatching those makes me realize how much like we are missing from world building in other IPs. Rewatching the Dune movies.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, even the Lord of the Rings movies. Like, I don't know. It's just something about movies recently. Like when you watch like older movies, that's just like I was rewatching the Mummy series, like The Mummy and the Mummy Returns.
It's got its own vibe,
and it has like its own authenticity to it that makes you like believe that there's like this Egyptian guy who got killed and came back to life. But like, I don't know, it's just something about movies recently that just feel fake. I can't put words to it other than that. But like, I don't know, it's just something about it. So talking about world building is like something that
so the reason, like, I felt that in the same way that I felt that the Odyssey had things that are making me want to go read it for the first time, where I'm like, this story clearly has something to it that has a lot of deep things to say. I felt that when I watched the first Dune, right? I could tell that the author was wrestling with something to do with the responsibility that Paul felt like he carried regarding the ability to see the future and whether or not he was going to be a leader. I just sensed that I was like, this seems like there's a really deep idea here. And I did go and read the 6 that the author had written before he died.
6 books?
He wrote 6, and then his son picked it up and wrote 13 or 14 more, and apparently all 13 or 14 of them are just complete fall off in quality. So I stopped when the author's books died.
Things get crazy after Dune Messiah.
I love 3 and 4. To be honest, 3 and 4 I think I would consider like canon, where it tells a very uniquely good story, even though it's strange with like the way that the worm turns out. But the 5 and 6 felt a bit more like a rehash of the same ideas with a little bit more expanded on the importance of
do you
like,
think
they'll
do the worm on screen?
No, because this is supposed to be about Dune Messiah. I would love to see Children of Dune on screen and God Emperor. I don't think that modern audience could really like. I just don't think we could make it.
I think it'd have to be animated.
Are these movies the first 3 books?
No, so Dune 1 and Dune 2 is the Dune book.
Yeah.
And Dune Part 3 is book 2. But it looks like he's mixing some things from the third book.
Yeah, Dune Messiah is like the big spectacle.
No.
Yeah, Dune Messiah really is like an epilogue to Dune 1. Like I wouldn't even consider it like a second book. It really is the completion of book 1. Dune, the third book, The Children of Dune, is its own new story, and it is quite thought-provoking, quite remarkable.
It's like a flash forward, right?
Yeah, because Paul and Shawnee have kids. They're twins. Those twins grow up and there's a possession of, because when you drink the water of life, you get
The blue water.
Yep, you get access to communicating with your ancestry all the way through your own line, right? So you can actually dialogue and see all of the memories of the past.
So he has a convo with Agamemnon because they're related.
I thought he was related to Odysseus.
No, he's related to Agamemnon.
So he, by that happening though, in the third book, one of the ancestors takes possession of the character. Like the voices of the past get too strong and the person can't reconcile, and she loses control, which is really interesting because it reminds me of the idea of people who go looking for like the things of the past. It can sometimes like really taint you. Like if you go and look through some of the atrocities of the 20th century or of even American history, it can really take you down this rabbit hole of like, you can't forgive anything. You find it just gives you rose tinted glasses to be resentful towards everything, and
it makes you hate
really
white people.
Right.
Yeah.
And so this character becomes possessed by a past spirit, and the way that it ends is very impactful. I really liked that story. I think the author was onto something. But when I watched Dune 1, I felt like I knew that this author had something to say, so I read the books, and it turns out the author did have a lot to say. And so I am very kind of upset by what's going on with Dune Part 3, even though I'm going to give it a shot because they've done a decent job in these two films to see what they have to say. But what is said in Dune is, even if you had the wisest leader, the best leader, who had the best intentions, and who knew everything about the past and could see the future, even if that person was your tyrant, it wouldn't be good for humanity. Humanity needs to be able to think and be free. And so he saw, like the author had commented on how he saw like the president JFK as one of the most dangerous presidents in history, because he saw that the way that every time he said something, everyone was like, yeah, let's do it. It just put people in a trance of like, we'll do whatever you want. And so even though he was a good person, at least according to his premises, he saw that as inherently dangerous, because once you have a hero, you will essentially surrender your own judgment and trust them, and you'll let them do terrible things in their name. And there was nothing Paul in the story could do to stop it. It's like Paul wasn't the one waging the war. Paul saw the war coming, and there was nothing he could do. He could see the future and see, if I die right now, then it'll carry on in my name. Like, he actually could see the future, so it will carry on in my name because I died a martyr. And if I live, then it'll carry on in my name because they'll think I'm invincible. There's nothing I can do to stop this genocide from happening. All I can do is try to minimize its effects. And so the world would see him as evil, but at the end of the day, he was trying to constrain the pathology because of his curse of seeing the future. And so in this third movie, when it's trying to say like, oh, it's like he wants this, it's like, that isn't the story. The story is people become so fixated on the ideal or their hero that they'll do terrible things for them. So I don't know. Like, I think the movies are good. I'd probably give them like a 6 I'd probably give them a 6 out of 10 as far as like them on their own.
Both? You'd give both 6 out of 10? You don't think
I actually find the first one better. I think the second one is more fun. Like, some of the action sequences are awesome.
Austin Butler's dope.
Yeah.
He's really evil.
Yeah, that fight scene was cool, but I think that for some reason the first one hit me harder. I loved the dad. I loved Oscar Isaac. I was so sad when he died.
He was good.
When he bit down on his tooth and got the Baron, it was like, yes!
Yeah.
And then when you see the Baron alive, you're like, fuck you. Like,
he's
so mad.
The end of Dune 1 was very strong, but the whole rest of it was just very meh to me. Yeah. And then Dune 2 consistently throughout the whole time, I was like, ooh, yes, more.
Yeah.
This is cool. Not a perfect movie. I didn't love it, but it was definitely like better. Like, I give the first one like a 6.5 just because of the boredom.
Right.
And then I give the other one probably like an 8.5.
I think it was just pulled out because I had just read Dune.
Yeah.
And so when I'm watching part 2 and Paul is using his ability to see their, like, remember in the cave when he's just like, do you remember when you dreamed about this and when your child did this? And he does this weird prophetic speak, like in the way like a church would. And that isn't what happens in the books. What he can see the past according to his lineage and the future according to his actions.
Mm.
And so
only
he
him.
can't see other people's lives.
Yeah.
And that's not how he convinces them, is by having like unlimited ability to read people's minds. People are obsessed with him rising to power, and they can't get out of that. And so it does a bad job at painting the warning that the author was trying to say, which is, it's not like, if anyone came up to you and said something like that, if they could read your past and your future and just read your mind for you, you'd be like, dang, maybe I should listen to what you have to say. But that's not what happens. Like, that's not what the author's trying to say. It's just like, no, like, you start looking up to this guy, and now you're surrendering your own judgment. You might see what him doing is bad, but you're still going to celebrate it because you're like, but he's on my team. And
That's
I like
interesting. Yeah.
So it kind of takes away from him, his character.
Yeah, and I was constantly pulled out from that, where I'm like, oh no, that's not right. Like, it's missing the meaning behind the story. Like, this is not the warning that the author was trying to say, which is, to me, a shame, because Denis says he had such immense respect for these books, and I'm like, did you? Because you're kind of changing what you're changing what the author's saying. You're changing it to mean something else, which is like, I don't know, like the warnings of being in a cult. And you're blaming the cult leader, but that's not what. It's kind of different. It's close, but it's different.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
You didn't give a single.
Oh yeah, I guess
you
I
just
didn't.
went on a rant.
Sorry.
No, I heard your
that
ratings.
was-
But
I don't know. I'd say probably the first Dune. I'd say maybe like a 7. Dune 2. I'd definitely go up to like 8.5, 9, maybe.
And can you explain your rating system?
yeah, we're off Dune now. I just wanted to know your ratings.
I mean, honestly, like, I don't know. I feel like I'm an optimistic person. I go off movies. Realistically, I rate movies off of how they make me feel more than like
it's a big part of it too.
how good they actually are. Like, there's some movies that are genuinely bad that I think I like
Was
a lot.
that a Freudian slip?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
First Fantastic Four movies, I love them. I know they're bad movies, but I love those.
Yeah, it's like, I feel like that with Amazing Spider-Man.
Yeah, I guess me too. But.
Like, I don't know. I'm the type of person, like, I grade movies on how they make me feel more than, because like, I feel like obviously like no movie's perfect. There's things you can nitpick, but at the same time, I watch movies to have a good time. So like, if a movie has problems but I liked it, I'll be more generous in my grading. I feel like I don't know. I feel like I have two grading systems. Like, I have like feeling watching it, and then the realistic like storyteller in me feels differently. So like,
Supergirl's a prime example.
yeah. No, it's not, because I hate it and it didn't make me feel anything.
Well, when you first watched it, you gave it a 7 out of 10.
Oh, I mean, yeah.
So what did you feel when you watched Supergirl?
When
Because that's a pretty
I
generous
would
score.
say like the redeemable part of Supergirl was the end, when she killed the guy, when she's like actually being Supergirl and there's like fog in the air and she's like doing all this stuff. Like, that was like, for me, what really saved the movie. Like, I think if those scenes weren't in it, I would have been even worse for me. I like.
So would it be fair to say that your rating is almost like based on the meta of the movies that you're seeing previous?
Kind of, yeah.
Because you're like, oh, she finally killed a bad guy. That's
yeah,
kinda
yeah.
nice.
Maybe that's true. Yeah, yeah.
Compared to the other movies where that's like,
yeah, that's probably yeah. Because like, I don't know. Like, I don't. Maybe it's like a moral thing, but I don't care. Like, I understand why superheroes have like no killing rules, and I'm like, if I'm with honoring that. Like, if a character's no kill rule exists, then I think we should honor it. But I don't necessarily believe that killing a villain makes them a worse person. I think sometimes people do things and it's irredeemable, and especially if you're getting to the world of superpowers and super villains and stuff like that.
Yeah,
like,
you don't want everyone to have the same opinion.
Yeah.
I think that's the reason that like someone like the Punisher is so intriguing, is because he's taken the exact like polar opposite view of a lot of superheroes.
Yeah, and so it made me feel good to watch this superhero actually just like stab somebody in the throat. Like, and so that's probably why I'm high. Like, I gave Supergirl a generous rating like right out of it, because it was nice to see those things.
Sure.
But I don't know. I'm also kind of a person that like backtracks about my scores, like, because I don't know. Maybe it's the theater experience itself that like enhances the movies, but as soon as like I'm in a comfortable setting, I'm at home or something like that, like most of my movie scores go way down, to be completely honest. Right. But I don't know. Maybe it's the movie theater experience, because there's a lot of movies that like I didn't see in theater that I'm just like, I don't get the hype. So yeah, like that was like me for Obsession. Like I didn't feel much watching it, and yeah, so I think I honestly think it's probably just the experience for me.
Gotcha.
Than anything.
So yours is probably something like a blend of, based on almost like a response to what you've been seeing either recently or in general.
Yeah.
And so it's like, oh, nice, this is different from that, plus the like whatever like potential feelings you have, and then maybe kind of corrected by your storytelling. Like even like Supergirl and Fantastic Four, like watching them now, I would be lower on them than I was when I first saw them, because we were at a time where it was like we just wanted to see something that wasn't completely terrible. Right.
And so
so like it's because it wasn't completely terrible, it's like you almost feel like it's good.
Yeah. Because even like when we were talking about it, and I was like, kind of like reminiscing on Man of Steel. Like it obviously has its problems, but like there are things that I liked more about Man of Steel than I did Superman, even though it was more comic book accurate. Like I would say that it felt like I was watching the comic book character on screen, and it's also like a visual thing because I like do a lot of visual stuff. So like it was nice to see like saturated colors and the sun actually be yellow and stuff like that. Like little things. So that's one of the reasons why I really was high. I mean, I feel like I wasn't too crazy high on Superman, but I'm definitely lower on it now. But I mean, obviously there's other movies that I was high on that I'm still high on, like Winter Soldier, the first Guardians, like one that people don't like that I love is Iron Man 3, but I like Iron Man 3 because it's one of my favorite Christmas movies.
Iron Man 3, yeah.
But I don't know.
I think
is
time
a 5
does
for
that.
you a mid?
A 5 for me is mid. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think time does that though. Like time will tell whether a movie it was actually good or not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same with your story thing. Like if it's good, it'll keep up. Like if a movie is actually good, you will look back on it in 5 or 10 years and be like, yeah, this movie's good.
Right.
Or you'll retroactively change what you were.
Or you'll never think of it again.
Yeah.
Which is kind of worse. It falls into the void like an Inside Out.
Yeah. In your brain. How about you, bud?
Well, I mean, I think I've shared in past episodes just kind of what my goal is. I felt like I've like knowing that you grade on the academic scale actually helps.
That actually changes a lot.
Because to me, I'm just like, why in the actual fuck is that an 8? Like, that doesn't make any fucking sense. But if an 8 is a B, then it's like, okay, that's
I honestly think
different.
that's a very intuitive way to think about movies. Because realistically, that's kind of how, I guess, like from a studio perspective, that's kind of how you would look at it. You would kind of look at it more of a pass and fail. If you're exclusively thinking about it from a money standpoint, right? Because it's like, did this movie make money? Did it not? And I don't know. It's kind of like like a pass or fail in a way.
Yeah,
So-
I guess for me, I like. Yeah, the fact that it fails to me, but then there's still 50% more data that you could use. Like, what else? What's below failure?
Yeah,
It's just like, what
fair.
cataclysm? Like, what's a cataclysm?
Yeah, the 5 to the 1, or I don't think I have a 0. I just go 1 to 5. 5 to a 1 is just how much did I hate it.
That's fair.
What else?
Like,
That's
I
kind
hate
of
this movie. I really hate this movie. I really, really hate this movie.
This movie's irredeemable.
That's kind of how I feel too. Like anything below a 5, I just absolutely Like, I hate it more than anything.
Dragon Ball Z is a 1 out of 10. That
I haven't seen it, so
irredeemable movie.
You're doing yourself a favor.
Like, Madam Web is a 1 out of 10 movie.
Yeah.
Irredeemable. That one's just so bad. Has no good qualities to it. Mm-hmm. If I can find some good qualities in a bad movie, it'll be 3, 4, 5.
But if it's so if it's above a 5, then it's passing.
Yeah.
And
realistically,
I
I
guess for you,
think
if it's above a 6, it's passing, right? So a 6 is probably a pretty brutal score for you.
Yeah, 6 means I didn't really care for it.
Okay.
5 means
you hate it.
Whatever.
Or it's bad.
Whatever.
Okay.
Like, Supergirl got a 4.
That's okay. Yeah. So for me, when I tell you, like, so 5's my midpoint, it's an okay movie. Odyssey goes down to 4. It's just like, no, this isn't just okay. It actually makes some really big mistakes, right?
Yeah, but I still
for
disagree with that. I still disagree with that.
Yeah, I'm just comparing it to our score.
Like, my score for the Odyssey
comparing
is
to the
higher,
the way that we conceptualize scores. So for me, 5 is okay. 4 means it's more mistakes than correct. Where if you were to have the same feeling about a movie, you'd probably give that a 6, 7.
Probably a 6. Yeah.
Okay.
If it does more than good,
I think I'm down on Odyssey and Spider-Man. By the way, I think I'm on the other side of 8.
Oh wow.
Hell yeah.
I think I'm on the other side of 8.
I've watched so many commentaries on the problems with Spider-Man, and I'm at the point where I fucking hate it so much. I despise that movie.
I'm at almost a 9 out of 10 for the Odyssey.
You're going up.
You're going up.
Every time.
Every time I watch it, I find new things, and I'm like, wow, I like that. The one thing I wanted to tell you was, you know how you said Zeus told, what's her name? Not Cersei.
Cersei?
Told the lady who was keeping him trapped on the island.
Cersei.
It wasn't Zeus. It was
Calypso.
It was
Athena.
It was I can't remember who it was. It wasn't Zeus that told Calypso to let him go.
I thought you said it was Zeus. Well, it was interesting because I thought you said Zeus, so now it was in my head.
Oh, okay.
And the moment she decides on camera to do it is when thunder strikes, or when you hear thunder.
Oh.
And then you hear thunder again, or thunder first happens, and then she takes him, and she's like, "We need to go in here."
It might have been Zeus. I can't remember.
Again,
I think
like,
someone advocates to Zeus to convince him.
Yeah, that's what it is. Someone says, yeah.
When I watched that, this is my 3rd time now watching it. When I watched that, I was like, that could be Nolan's interpretation of Zeus telling her, because the whole movie never shows Zeus.
Yeah,
it's
I mean, his take on it is really interesting. Like, it's probably the take. Okay, the way he conceptualizes gods and belief is the way that I conceptualize gods and belief. It is, these people would have believed that the gods were real, but they were mistaken. Like, a storm came our way, that must have been Poseidon being pissed at us. And so I think that Poseidon's pissed at me, right? That is the way that I conceptualize the way that people saw the world. They weren't idiots. The storms were happening.
Yeah. It's kind of like the thing of when people say, like, when it's raining, Jesus is crying, stuff like that.
Yeah. It's like, yeah. And so when it storms after you've made an egregious error, it's not entirely stupid to think there's something wrong and mad at me in the world. They externalized it into a deity, thinking Poseidon saw me make a mistake. I shot someone in the eye when I shouldn't have.
His son.
Right, and so he's coming back to get me. Like that. There's a trail of logic to it. I would think that, like, so that would be how I would translate why these stories had so, like, I know these people believed these stories. However, so that's one way of telling the story. Another way of telling the story would be to show the gods as if they were real, right? Not in the postmodern, like, interpretation of, like, well, obviously these gods aren't real. Obviously Zeus doesn't exist. So maybe Athena is just a PTSD hallucination after he saw a girl get killed in the Battle of Troy.
Yeah.
It's like, sure, like, that's probably what I would think actually happens. However, that's not what Homer thought.
Yeah. We take that scene very differently. You know that?
What do you mean?
You think it's him having PTSD of a woman getting her head cut off, so he sees that woman. I think it's the opposite. I think he sees Athena's head get cut off, so he sees Athena as the woman. I don't think the woman is Zendaya. I think it's a different woman, but Zendaya's face
is projected onto it.
Yeah.
I can see
that. I saw the
just
opposite.
think the way that the rest of the film shows gods, which is very much so basically they don't exist, with the exceptions of the things that Christopher Nolan felt obligated to have, which is the Cyclops and the pigs.
Yeah. That's the only reason why I can't go that far. Is because of the other fantastical elements. Like the literal dead coming out of the ground.
Right, yeah. It felt like he couldn't postmodernize those scenes.
Yeah.
Because if you had a postmodern version of what a giant is, it would just be like Shaq.
Victor Wembanyama.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It'd be like, whoa, that guy looks so big, but like, and maybe you could do camera tricks and stuff, but like he made them actual giants. He made an actual Cyclops. So he leaned into the fantastical elements of it, but it almost does feel like he had no choice. It was like, oh, fine, here's your fucking snake monster.
That's one thing.
Here's your mermaids.
That's one thing I hate is like
sirens.
Sirens. Whatever.
It just like he tries to take away the mythology out of a mythological story.
Yeah.
And it just bothers me so much. It's like if you love this story so much, but you want to take everything away that makes the story good, why did you even take on this movie? Like,
and I think like I'm really interested. I like in theory the idea of what he did. If
at
he
the
also end? No, just like making it like the gods are. It's almost, do the gods exist?
Yeah.
I like it in theory.
But it doesn't work when
also like he completely fucked Odysseus' story.
Yeah, so you're
Odysseus
saying
wanted to get
if
home.
it wasn't the Odyssey, like if it was its own thing, kind of
and
like
you
the
wanted
Dark Knight,
to go back to Greece in a time when people
better.
believed in gods and be like, oh, cool. What if you never actually show the gods and you interpret it from maybe a rational lens?
Yeah,
like that's interesting.
Like this, and it goes back to the Clash of the Titans thing. Like,
it leaned in.
It leaned into the idea that yes, these gods are real, but it showed a guy who is the son of Zeus and is like, I don't care. I want to be a man. I want to be mortal. I don't care about being a god. And you have that same thinking, but you don't lean into the gods do exist. Right. Like it's easier. Like it's easier to show the gods exist, but this guy is denying them. And like the first Clash of Titans, everyone's like, pray to Zeus, pray to your dad, and he's like, hell no, I'm not doing it. Like you can do both. Like you can show the gods, and you can show the actual mythology being the actual mythology, and show this person that wrestles with the idea of the gods are here to help, but I don't want that help.
Sure. Yeah, I think this is to me why I think Nolan wasn't the correct person to tell the story, other than his care and craftsmanship for storytelling.
Yeah.
And I can't even say for this story, because it's not for this story, because he didn't tell that story.
Yeah.
He's not the right person for it because he intellectualizes. He needs everything to make sense. I need Batman to be grounded and rooted.
That's what
I need the gods to be grounded and rooted.
Yeah.
Like, bro, no,
we're on different sides of the spectrum. Like the way that you feel is the way that I feel for the Dark Knight, and the way and then you don't really care. You think it's a good movie. And then for me, it's
I just feel like it's not. The reason I can't say the Odyssey is a good movie is because the movie contradicts its own statements. It's like it's constantly yearning for a return for positive, strong men, but then at the same time, it's shitting on them and making females victims of them the entire time. And I'm like, pick a side.
It does help because I agreed with you with the Helen of Troy and how she basically looks like she's locked in prison. I don't know if you caught this, but when they're in bed together at the very beginning, they give a little backstory. She did leave to go to Troy by herself. Like she wanted to go there. That was who she wanted to be with. So the whole Fire of 1,000 Ships was him coming. Now, it's probably not the real story of Helen of Troy, but she went there because she loved the king there. They went there and invaded. That was Agamemnon's excuse.
Right.
And his brother was able to forcefully get his wife back. So I guess they changed it. But she went. It helped me a little bit because I didn't know why she didn't want to be there, or like she felt like she was trapped. But it's because she did flee him to go somewhere else and be in love somewhere else, and then he took her back.
I believe.
I don't know if that helps you.
I believe it's like up to interpretation on whether she was kidnapped or
She was definitely abused
or yeah.
in some
in the movie.
In the movie, like
Yeah,
the
in the-
scars
No,
you're
the movie.
supposed
The
to
movie
infer.
says she was taken back.
Yeah,
she
yeah.
willfully.
No.
went to
I'm
Troy.
saying
In the book,
and
or?
I'm saying the actual story is it's I guess you could say it's debated or whatever, but it's either she left and on her own accord, or she was in love with the other king and left with him, or he could. I guess that would be 3. She left on her own. They left together, or he kidnapped her. So yeah,
Right.
yeah.
The other thing, I mean, there's just
That's just one point that helped
it is
me
one
as
thing.
well.
I mean, that's it. Yeah,
now
it's nice to have small details like
Yeah.
the thunder thing. It's nice to have moments like that where you're like, oh look, it's the thing. But it's just, to me, it's just like, what's the story you're trying to say? And Chris does not know what he's trying to say in this film.
Chris, that's
He
funny.
really doesn't.
I don't think he does.
Calling him Chris. It's so funny, like you know him.
Yeah.
That's my dog.
Sorry,
Chris does not know.
I wish I had the platform to like actually sit down with him and like dissect his mind and his approach to the
Did you
story
see
of
the
this
interview
movie.
that he had with the lady from China?
Lady from China.
Mm-mm.
There was a lady from China apparently during the premiere. I think it was during the premiere in China.
Was it with Tom Holland?
No, it was just with
It was just him.
Nolan, and she asks him questions that were very much so like they were really nice, good questions to ask. One of which was the concept of apologizing for greatness, and Chris said that he's just like, yeah, I think we should apologize for greatness. Like it's not like it essentially is we have to make up for the privileges that we have. And I'm like, yep, okay, there you go. So you poisoned the movie.
Interesting.
Like, of
I
course,
don't agree
if
with
that's
that
your
premise,
view
but-
of the world, then of course you're shitting on, because like the lady who translated this the translation, she hates the film.
She hates
She
the
said
movie.
it's bad.
She hates
and I'm like,
the movie.
damn, like.
Wait,
how
translated,
much the
what do you
girl?
mean?
So he used a modern translation
Yeah.
of the film, and so one of the things that was being commented about the movie was maybe the reason that this feels like so modern is because of his interpretation. But some of the things that he changes aren't in her interpretation.
Yeah.
It's
So-
his own projection
yeah.
of making him a PTSD war vet from
So
Vietnam.
he explicitly points out that her interpretation of the Odyssey is the biggest impact on him making the movie. Then she goes, sees the movie, and she's like, "This is nothing.
This is
And
not the
what did
Odyssey.
she make?
She translated. So the hard
She's
part,
not a filmmaker.
No, she
Oh.
She's a
translated.
professor.
So there's multiple translations of the books, right?
Yeah.
She made a translation.
Oh.
He
Oh,
used her
okay.
translation
Okay.
when writing his script.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I
And so
understand.
when people said like, oh, maybe the modern tongue and maybe some of the enhancements in the way that
Basically,
women are
maybe
viewed,
it was her fault.
maybe it's
Yeah,
Her
her.
interpretation. Maybe.
And
yeah.
some of the things that he put in the movie are not in her translation,
Yeah.
including like Odysseus is not ashamed of the Trojan War.
Yeah.
Like that is his crown jewel.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
ended the war
Yeah.
because he was clever. That's one of his
Yeah.
most positive traits, and
Yeah.
Chris takes them to be something that need to be apologized
Yeah.
for.
And it
so then you
sucks-
get interviewed by a lady in China. He's like, "Yes, you should apologize for your virtues," and he's like, "Yes, I understand why you did this
Yeah.
to the movie now."
Yeah.
And
You
it sucks.
think
And
that
it
these
sucks
are
because
sins.
there's just like, there's that point where what's his face? Agamemnon's younger brother. He's like, yo, we're sitting on this island. We're waiting for something to happen, something to turn the tide. And then Odysseus,
There
the
was
great
one
man, has this great idea that saves us all. And then the rest of the movie, he's like, yeah, I should have
So
done
basically, yeah. And
We're stuck in war. We're completely plagued by this evil enemy, and Odysseus comes up with the solution. And it's
so
there's so
everybody
many things that,
in the movie, everybody reveres Odysseus except for Odysseus.
except
Yeah.
for Odysseus, yeah. And so then you have even his son, who's supposed to look up to him. He looks up to him for his virtues, and his virtues are the things that Odysseus is apologizing for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He thinks that he's a terrible person.
And you know what really sucks is that scene is a stronghold for me.
It's
I like.
if the
I
son knew
like
what the
the
father
idea.
thought of himself, it would ruin that scene.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I hate. I guess if I man, this is such a weird moment for me because like
How do we get back
Imagine,
on the Odyssey?
I don't know.
But like, remember the scene when he says like, "Are you bringing back vengeance?" He's like, "I'm bringing back it all."
Yeah.
That is a character who's proud of his decisions and knows what he wants.
Yeah.
That is not the character we have in that movie.
Yeah.
We have a man who's completely apologetic and shameful of who he is, who's running away from home, doesn't want to come back, and sleeps with freaking whatever her name is from Atomic Blonde rather than Anne Hathaway, who's gotten Botox. Like, that is not the character we have of, I'm bringing it all back. The guy with the bow in the fight scene is not the character we had the rest of the movie. So, like, the payoff is not earned because it's like a different character kicking in. He's just like, oh, yeah, I'm a strong male character. And it's like he was obligated to have that scene because that is that's the story.
Yeah.
But then the rest of the story's been shitting on him the whole time. Where it's like, we shouldn't have done this because we broke Zeus's law. But, like, Helen of Troy sleeping with another man, that's not breaking Zeus's law. Having economic strongholds to force people to pay taxes, that's not breaking Zeus's law. But it's Odysseus who broke Zeus's law and ended the Bronze Age. Really?
Yeah.
Like, why is he the cause of all the fall of the rest of the world? But then, like, the rest of the characters in that universe are actually terrible people, probably up to and including a mom who didn't prepare her son to be king because she wanted his whiskers.
And I saw somebody comment on that Bronze Age thing. It's like, you don't know what age you're in at the moment. You're in that age.
No, the Bronze,
The people. So there's and you guys don't watch House of the Dragon, but
it's good.
It is really good.
I haven't watched season 3. I've seen 1 and 2.
Okay, there is an interesting parallel that people have been making between Tom Holland's character and Rhaenyra, because she looks up to Viserys because he basically did nothing as king. Like he had peace in his time, and I guess when you're king, the peace in your time is attributed to what you do. Right. But he didn't prepare her to be a ruler. He named her his heir, but didn't really shape her in a way to be a good ruler.
And he kept going back and
forth, and he kept going back and forth.
Like, oh shit, I have a son.
Yeah. And so then he names her heir, but he doesn't do anything to make sure that she's a ruler. So when she finally, spoiler for season 3, when she finally sits on the throne, it's like she's overwhelmed. She doesn't really know how to rule. Mm-hmm. And it's kind of the same thing with Tom Holland's character, where his mom is like dogging on him for being weak and all this stuff. But it's like, if you knew, Odysseus has been gone long enough.
20 years.
Yeah, Odysseus has been gone for 20
years.
This is your job.
Yeah.
Like, you can't be mad at your kid for not being prepared to be.
And when he finally says, shouldn't I be king?
Yeah.
She's like, whiskers. It's like, is this why he's weak?
Yeah.
Is because you're jealous? Like, what a terrible mother. Even if, let's just take it at face value. Mm-hmm. Like, even if you are a woman who wishes that you could rule in a world amongst men.
Yeah.
If you are going to sacrifice the development of your child out of your own resentment of the way the world works, you're a terrible mother. Mm-hmm. Like, at the end of the day, it is your job to do that and accept the fact that you're in that age. I don't think that the woman would have even thought those thoughts at that time. But if she did, she still would be like, oh, they're never going to accept me, so I'm going to raise my son to be a good man. Yeah. But that's not what she does. Yeah. She just sits there and doesn't make a quilt for 20 years, and for some reason that buys them time. Yeah. As if someone would believe that she would take 20 years to make a quilt.
Yeah. I don't know if the quilt is.
I don't know if it's 20 years. I think
quilt is a few years, or it's a certain time period, but it's not the whole 20 years. Yeah. But I also don't. The third time watching it, I also didn't get the feeling anymore that she wanted to be queen. It was just more of she just didn't know what she wanted. Like, she didn't want the suitors. She didn't want her son. She's still there.
No, I think she's actively mad about her. I've been queen this whole time, but I don't have whiskers.
I think it's both. I think
you need to
I want Odysseus. It's like, no, you don't.
I think you need to rewatch it, because I didn't get that again. The first time I watched it, I agreed with you, but then the second and third, I didn't really feel that part. Everything else is completely valid. Like, I felt everything else.
I think it was a number of things. I think there was something conscious. I think something conscious part of her wanted to be queen. I think there's a part of her who didn't really understand what she wanted. I think there's a part of her who was mourning Odysseus disappearing and understood that if her son does become king, then that is truly she truly has to accept that Odysseus is dead. I think it was more. I think it was more than just one specific reason for her actions in the movie.
For sure.
I think it was everything. I don't think it was just like her being jealous of the fact that she couldn't be queen. I think it was all of that.
Yeah. That's just the one part I didn't really get again. The movie just
doesn't seem to actually be wrestling with the fact that she has those different premises. It gives us different premises, and now we are trying to make sense of
exactly.
it.
Yeah.
And
I think this conversation is a point to that. Like, we don't even know.
Right.
Really
so it would have been better to have characters in the movie trying to talk about this. Like, like where the son's like, Mom, I don't understand you. Like, one day you're talking about how you want Odysseus, but now you're talking about my whiskers. Like, what is going on? Like, you haven't prepared me to be a king, but like if they did that, then I know that the movie's actually doing these ideas on purpose, as opposed to you have this character doing this, and then you have this character doing this, and then that, and you're like, this doesn't make sense. Yeah. And then people like us are trying, like, I don't know, like I like the phrase carrying water, because I'm just like, this doesn't make, the storyteller didn't account for this. It tried to have its feminist cake and eat it too.
Yeah.
And it came at the cost of a good story to me.
Yeah.
I hate that I like this movie so much because I want to be so consistent, and technically I'm not being consistent because I also it's not giving a proper.
I don't know. I think there's those movies that you just like. I think I think there are those movies that you just like, and you don't have a reason.
You won't budge.
Yeah, you won't budge.
And I try to watch it 2 and 3 times to be like, all right, this is gonna be it. And even the 3 hours, the second time and the third time flew by.
I'm trying to. I don't know if there's a movie that I wouldn't budge on. I guess we could end with that. Do you have a movie where you're just like, nope, this is sacred to me no matter what? Okay.
It's funny because it's weird because I don't know. I go back and forth because, you know, you guys, I said this before. I think the ending of TASM 2 influenced the ending of Infinity War. So I think TASM 2 has a special place in my heart, but at the same time, I just don't like. I would actively call TASM 2 not a good movie. Like,
okay, so is there a movie where you would say objectively this
TASM
is
2
slop,
is the
but I will defend it to the death?
This is slop, but I'll defend it.
Yeah.
I don't think TASM 2 is slop. I think it has a lot of bads, but I also think that it has the best high of highs of any Spider-Man movie ever, and has the best Spider-Man moments and the best Spider-Man that we've gotten.
Dude. There's like
so slop. I don't know.
Maybe not necessarily slop, but kind of similar to what you're saying with the Odyssey, where you're like, I know that you can criticize this, but I'm keeping it here no matter what.
Yeah.
Well, the Odyssey is more of, I know that I have that same take with the Dark Knight, so I really want to have the same take with the Odyssey. Because I don't feel like he's doing the subject matter justice.
Yeah.
I think
you should have said justice.
There's a movie that I know you two haven't seen at all. It's called High School.
I have seen that.
You've seen High School?
I think so.
The movie from 2010?
I would understand why you'd think he hasn't seen High School, but why do you think I haven't seen High School?
Why would you think I haven't seen High School?
Because it's like a movie like no one's really seen. That's why.
Oh, never mind.
No, there's no shot either of you two have seen this movie.
That's the one with Vanessa Hudgens and
not High School Musical. No.
Yeah, dude.
So it's a movie. When I tell you the movie, you're literally gonna say this sounds terrible, and it's not a good movie, but I love it.
It has a 29% Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, it's not a good movie, but I will defend it. So basically, it's about these two best friends that grew up together, and they get to high school, and one of them is like super, super smart, and the other is this stoner, lazy kid, and they stop being friends. The smart kid gets into MIT, and like that's his dream school, and so he's like a robotics kid, all this stuff. And so it's like their last week of their senior year, or like maybe in the last month of their senior year, they get into like an argument in front of their school, and they both in their cars, and I want to say they crash, and so they both get detention, and then after that detention they become friends again. And so part of their rekindling their friendship is he gets the smart kid high. Then they get to school, and their principal is basically like, surprise, we're drug testing the whole school. So their solution for him staying in MIT is, if we get the whole school high and everyone fails, then they'll throw out the test and you'll be able to go to MIT. So the whole movie is them stealing these like super, super potent weed from a drug dealer who is Adrian Brody, of all people. he does a little bit of racist stuff in the movie, but it's fine.
I'm gonna have to watch this movie
They
now.
steal the drugs from Adrian Brody, and they accidentally overdose, or not. I technically not overdosing, but they spill the drugs into the brownies, and so then people are astronomically high, and then the whole movie is like the teachers being high and the students being high, and the principal is Michael Chiklis, yeah, it's a really, really bad movie, but I love it, and I'll watch it any day of the week. So that's probably it. But yeah,
I can't think of one. Like, all I can think of is movies that I used to think were good, and now I just hate them.
This was a question I had for you though.
Yeah.
Was what is a movie that you can just have fun with? That is not good. So it's kind of the same, I guess.
Right.
Because like when people ask me about like our ratings, and I tell them that you hate certain movies, they're like, "What does he like?" And my answer is like, he likes like movies, like he likes Shawshank. Like
that's what my wife says about me. She's just like, you can never like watch movies and have fun. Like you have to dissect everything.
Like you could have fun with like a Cars. That's a good movie.
Yeah, Cars is fine.
But
Cars
like
is good.
Cars 2 gets a lot of hate. I don't know.
I haven't seen it. I haven't seen the
When they're
second or the
spies.
third.
I love Kung Fu Panda 2. That's a movie I'll defend with my life. I mean, but people like Kung Fu Panda 2.
Yeah.
Though. It's not like considered a bad movie.
Gosh.
I mean, do you like TASM 2?
Yeah, I think it's fine. But it is a bad movie. That's probably a good example.
Yeah.
Like it should fall under the rating of like the ending scene with Gwen is so impactful that it helped. Like I instantly forget all of the slop that I've just had to go through.
That's fair, yeah.
But I love the first one too, and a lot of people don't.
I do like the first one too.
I think the first one's good. I think the first one's better than Far From Home and Homecoming.
Oh,
yeah, I think there's some movies where it's like, if maybe
Had
the
to argue
feeling
about
that
that.
I have, some of it's just chemistry. Like, I mean, there's just so much chemistry
You can
between
believe-
Garfield and
Yeah.
Stone that I feel like they almost charm me into liking the movie.
Yeah.
Like when they're
Yeah.
flirting, I'm like, oh
Yeah,
shit, I
yeah,
almost
yeah.
feel like I'm Andrew. I'm like,
Yeah,
oh.
yeah,
And
yeah.
Andrew,
I
and
feel like
Andrew
I have a
is so
chance for Emma
great.
Stone
Yeah,
when I'm watching
yeah.
the movie, and I'm
Yeah.
like,
And
just
when
watching
he's
the movie.
when he's
Yeah.
in the suit and he's like talking, I had an argument with this yesterday with Des and Devin.
Yeah.
Like they were like, I can't get through the first movie. Like he's not quip, or they were like, Tom Holland's more quippy than he is. I was like,
What? No, but my favorite thing is like people like poop on Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man, but then they say that No Way Home is like the best of Tom Holland's trilogy, and like the best parts of No Way Home have Andrew in them. So it's
Hey,
well, that's partly
come and
why,
get me,
you know,
come and get
I'll
me.
be honest,
Yeah.
that's partly how I feel about, like, this is something that was brought to my attention of, like, people try and shit on the first three Spider-Man movies, the Tom Holland ones.
Yeah.
But like all of the payoffs, if you can consider them payoffs in the fourth movie, are because of the homework that the first three did. So it feels like unjustifiable to be like, oh yeah,
I disagree.
how
I
all of the
think-
character work exists because there's characters in those three movies. All of the memories that he has with Aunt May are because of the losses and the gains in the first three movies. So
I
if
think
you
that
shit on
you
them, then
like the fourth one because it's a refresh of the three. Like you went through the three
That's
and you're
fair.
like,
Yeah.
I want Spider-Man to be this, and then they attempted to actually make Spider-Man that. And you're
But
like,
then-
thank God you at least tried.
which is why it bothers me. I don't want to say it bothers me, but I guess I don't understand why people like Brand New Day so much. Is because everything that we were promised in this new Spider-Man didn't happen. Like
we got skyscrapers.
we
got color saturated
like the
stuff.
only
It looks way better.
the only thing that was promised that they delivered on was the swinging of him being Spider-Man. Everything else just
And him being at least a little depressed.
yeah. But other than that, like it was
Yeah, I
Whatever.
love me a depressed superhero.
yeah.
But that's Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I think it's a good place to end it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta
Let's
go.
web this up.
I gotta go anyways. But yeah. I mean, oh geez, Louise. Oh my gosh, I almost pissed myself.
Any last words?
Let Rory
Alright,
say
no,
some
that's
last
not good.
words.
No, I think we're good. Oh, nice. We can't see anyone walk in, so now it just looks like you got scared for no reason.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, no, this is a good
He saw
conversation.
the ghost of Peter Parker.
yeah. Andrew Garfield.
All right. Well, we'll see you guys later.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.
I don't really think we need to exit. Just cut it off.